it, and nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Shout out to all you guys that are here. This is Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Appreciate you all that are here on a Friday night. Let me get myself comfortable. This is Friday night, drink in hand. Don't have your boy here drinking alone. Don't have your boy here drinking alone. Let's have a little something that we can enjoy together. Because tonight you're going to need a pen, a paper, and a drink. Oh, yeah, you will definitely need a drink tonight. And the reason for that is, how can I word it? The SYSBM movement. For those that don't know what SYSBM stands for, that means Save Yourself Black Man. But it just doesn't mean for black men. It means for any man that realizes that he's in a place in life that it just doesn't work for him. So he realizes, he appreciate you too, brother. He realizes that he needs to save himself. Now, many men are doing this. Many men are going out with passports and men that are getting their educations and starting businesses, and they're saving themselves. They're not wasting their time and energy, excuse me, on people that don't appreciate them or don't understand them or don't respect them. But the one thing that we have to come to a conclusion of, gentlemen, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, but we don't act like equals. Declaration of Independence says all men, the Constitution says, not declaration. The Constitution says all men are created equal, but we don't act equal. A lot of times we spend too much time. The reason why I'm talking about this topic, and I know I'm sounding like a rambler, but to be honest, guys, I'm seeing too many of us saving other people when we go to other countries and we're not saving ourselves. I'm seeing a lot of us in successful relationships. I say that. I see a lot of us networking. I see a lot of us starting businesses, buying property in other countries. I see a lot of us doing amazing things, but I'm starting to see over the last 4 or 5 years, and I hadn't said anything, I've been waiting for the moment, we are too busy rescuing the locals. Some of y'all ain't got time like that, but you trying to rescue some local chick. Some of you ain't got money like that, yet you still sending money like a Western Union poppy. Some of y'all ain't positioned in life like that, but y'all steady going to other countries, falling in love with baby mamas. We're going to talk about it tonight, gentlemen. We're going to talk about 10 reasons or 10 things that need to be done. If you're serious about saving yourself, black man, then these things need to be done, because we're going to look at a video of men that have been saving themselves. But then we're going to look at some of the videos of what men are doing not to save themselves, to keep themselves from being saved. When you're in the airplane, what's the first thing they tell you to do when it comes to emergency? Put your mask on first. Save yourself, black man. But too many of you are wasting too much of your life energy, meaning time. Anytime you hear me use the term life energy, that means time. That means you're going to eventually run out of life energy, or eventually run out of time. And I'm serious. And a lot of times I'll be on the phone with you guys and I really want to say something. And I'm going to tell you something why I haven't said anything in 4 years. You ready? I don't want to break your heart. I said it. And I mean it. A lot of times I may not say something to somebody because I just don't want to break your poor little heart. Some of you dudes, y'all don't want to admit the girl that you fell in love with 3 years ago in that little small village or that city in Medellin or in Thailand, she ain't ish. And without you, she ain't gonna never be ish. I'm gonna say that again. The woman that you fell in love in that foreign country in Tanzania, she ain't ish. You know it over the last 3 years. I know it. If you weren't in the picture, she'd never be able to accomplish half the things that she's been able to accomplish because of your proceeds. But yet back home in the States, you're struggling. You're struggling to send that extra $200 a week to her. You're struggling with being out of the country in which you fell in love with the young person. You fell in love with her in what, the Philippines? It's a struggle not to be in the Philippines as much as you want to, isn't it? You fell in love with her in Colombia. It's a struggle, isn't it? Not to be in her country whenever you want to, how often you want to, because you have obligations in the States as far as your scheduling. You got a beautiful woman in Brazil that you've been into for the past couple of years, but yet it's a struggle not to be around her. If you find yourself in a position where you are mentally, excuse me, mentally, financially, socially, or emotionally struggling, this episode is for you. Because nobody's done a save yourself black man, or even white man, or even Latin man, or even Asian man. Nobody's done a video that I've seen talking directly to you, reminding you to save yourself first. I haven't seen one SYBS video where they said, don't make the mistake of saving other people and forget about yourself. That's the mistake many of us are making. We're too busy saving other people's families with our money, saving some female because she sucked us real good that night, saving her, saving pay-for-play chicks from the streets, saving females that got baby daddies that are too American. I know dudes that's in love with women that got kids from American dudes. I said kids, not one kid, from a couple American dudes. Falling in love. You tell them you couldn't find no other chick in Brazil that you could have fell in love with other than the chick that had kids by some American dude. You telling me that no other chick in Peru fit the bill. I'm not saying what I'm saying out of being a hater, pocket watching, judging my brothers. This is just, once again, me being a warning label on the side of your pack of cigarettes. Stop trying to save everybody else until you have saved yourself. I'm talking to you dudes that got money up on money, up on money. You still ain't saved. I'm talking to black men that got time up on time. You're retired. You got time up on time. All the life energy that's left. You got time, and you still ain't saved. You still with BS women. You still rescuing families. You haven't started that business that you said you're going to start when you got to DR. You've been going to DR for 10 years, and you still didn't buy that piece of property that you said you're going to buy a year or two. You haven't saved yourself, black man. But because you have money and time, too many of you guys are paying the rent for females in other countries in DR. How many of y'all paying the rent? Don't lie to me. You're paying the rent, or you got partners that's paying the rent and all the other proceeds for mom, dad, cousins, uncles. When you come to town, everybody know they getting a Christmas gift. Why? Because you in town. If you weren't in town, they would still give Christmas gifts to each other. But here you go. Why give Christmas gifts to each other when SYSBM is in town? I'm going to say this again before we go into the video and we go into the comment section. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for supporting the donations that we're doing with the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. Thank you guys for joining the Patreon. And thank you guys for just being as excited about the book that's coming out. Anywhere is possible. Anywhere is possible. The book that I got coming out at the end of the month that shows you how to live in 60% of the world under $2,500 a month, and that's comfortably. I mean, real comfortably. But before we go off into the video of guys that have successfully looked out for themselves, I'm going to say this again. The first group of videos we're going to watch are men that are successfully in relationships that have been looking out for themselves first. If you can't save yourself, black man, if you can't put the mask on yourself, I'm telling you, you're going to keep on going down that detrimental road. Some of you guys got girlfriends that can't fill out a visa form to save her life, but you want to get a visa for her. Some of you guys got a female, she doesn't even know how, and nobody in her family has ever had a business, knows nothing about incorporating, know nothing about taxation when it comes to starting a business. And here you go, willing to give proceeds and has been giving proceeds to a woman that has told you 3 years ago that business was going to get started in DR and is yet to get started. She knows nothing about business structure. Why don't you admit to yourself, your ish is dumb? She's dumb. Some of us don't want to admit that we like dumb chicks. Beautiful chicks, gorgeous chicks, sexy chicks, traditional chicks, but yet they dumber than a box of bricks. Ain't read a school book since they were in the 3rd grade. Can't hold a business conversation downtown to save a life. You tell her you give her $1,000. If she could fill out this form right here, she wouldn't get that $1,000 and you give it to her anyway. It's time for us to live the life of SYBM. Save your damn self, black man. Save yourself first, white man, Latin man, SYBS. Save yourself first, black man. But let's get ready to get started, guys. I know I came in throwing fire. Don't have your boy drinking in this by himself. I don't care what your favorite elixir is. I don't care if you're drinking water. I don't care if you're drinking rye. I don't care what you're drinking tonight. Just don't have your boy drinking alone. I don't care if you're drinking milk, pet milk, powdered milk, Evaporated milk, I don't care what you're drinking tonight. Warmed up milk, the coolest, chilled milk. I don't care what you're drinking tonight. I don't care if you're drinking your favorite cola. I don't care whatever beverage you're drinking. I don't care if you're drinking a few cervezas. I don't care what it is, but just don't have your boy drinking alone. Here's to all the truck drivers out there. All you second shifters that are working overtime, I got you back. You can listen in tonight. All you guys that are working third shift, I might not be too long, but I'm going to introduce you to, I'm at least be here with you in the beginning of your shift on third shift. All you guys that are railroad workers and railroad engineers, we appreciate you delivering all the products across the country and around the world. All you dock workers that work when the ships come in, we haven't forgotten about you guys. We hope that you guys continue to get your raises. We hope that you continue to get the job done. And we hope that you continue to take care of us as those ships roll in with the products that we need to continue to keep our country going. Appreciate you guys in all that you do. All you construction workers, here's to former President Carter. All that he did after his presidency, from winning the Nobel Peace Prize to Habitat for Humanity. For all you guys that see Habitat for Humanity houses that have been built throughout all our impoverished neighborhoods, all those houses, those free houses that have been built, that was because of President Jimmy Carter after he was president. Shout out to that man. Here's to all you guys that are watching the live stream tonight. We got 59 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Don't have your boy drinking alone. Let me know what you're drinking. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are drinking tonight. If it's just water, so be it. If it's some whiskey, so be it. Salute to you guys. Oh, that's good. I'm going to keep that water down. I don't want it to be too strong. My brother said, I'm drinking water, Dre. So be it. Shout out to For Profit being in the building. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to you guys. Once again, tonight's topic is all about SYSBM. Save yourself, black man. SYBM. Save yourself, black men. This is just a reminder. Like I said, I'm just the warning label on the side of the pack of your cigarettes. Stop rescuing these chicks in other countries. You wouldn't rescue nobody in the States, were you? Name the chick you was rescuing in the States. You paying rent in the States? Don't do it overseas. You paying for a whole business for chicks to have in the States? Don't do it overseas. You feeding families in the States, whole families, moms and grandmas eating good off of your hard-earned money in the States. Oh, they not? Stop doing that stupid stuff overseas. Save yourself, black man. Take that money, you buy your condo in Cartagena. You pay your own rent. Get your own spot in Cartagena. Get your own spot in Medellin. Save yourself, black man. Save yourself, black man. One of my favorite quotes, and I'm paraphrasing from Jay-Z, I can't help them if I'm one of them. Can't help the poor and impoverished if I carry myself as if I'm poor and impoverished. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my man Hombre Lobo, always here showing love in the beginning, letting guys know. Share the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Let's get some music going. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's get us some music going. There we go. Keeping it smooth on a Friday night. I knew something was missing. There we go. Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate you, man. I really do. And I say everything that I say out of love, not out of hate. Shout out to you, my man, Preference and Passion. Shout out to you being here tonight, brother. Appreciate my man Dave, always showing the love, always showing up. Don, aka the Don JP, representing, always here. He say, Andre, some of the stuff that you say be having me laughing during the day. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys too, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. There are very few of these live streams that I don't watch myself during the week. I watch my own live streams so I can see how my voice tone is. Did I say something stupid? Did I go overboard? Should I add something to the topic? Should I kind of like narrow down the time? Am I repeating myself over and over again? So I watch the live streams. As you guys can tell, I'm starting to narrow the time down with the streams too, just a little bit. Trying to keep it under like 2.5, 3 hours. Yes, sir. Save yourself. Stop trying to save everybody else first. You can save them after. I'm not saying don't help people. Cologne of the night, by the way. We're going to go with the classic. We're going with the classic Club de Nuit Intense, which is the clone of Creed Aventus. It's that Creed Aventus clone. It's only like $20 on Amazon. Once again, Cologne of the night. You gotta always smell good, gentlemen. I'm talking about throughout the day. Don't be one of them dudes that put on cologne one time and think that you've done it for the day. The average cologne only lasts 6 hours. If you're awake at least 12 to 14 hours, dude, you gotta make sure that you're able to get a little dispenser or something to put in your pocket. Gotta always smell good. Always. So Cologne of the night, once again, Club de Nuit Intense. If you don't have $350 for Creed Aventus, don't worry. That Club de Nuit is one of the best ones. There's a lot of Aventus clones out there, but this is one of the best ones. Shout out to you guys once again. Dave is in the building once again. Poor man 313.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Shout out to you, Detroit dudes. Shout out to all you Texas boys. All you Canadian dudes.
He said, oh, Canada.
All you dudes from the Shy.
Shot City. We in Tampa.
Them Tampa boys.
Trigger City. Let's get it.
All right. All you dudes down in the dirty South. And all you West Coast boys. Shout out to all you gentlemen and ladies that have made it here this evening. You see, he's starting to travel already this year. Yes, sir. My man Jay Anderson, the great of the Anderson family, first of his name. Salute, fellas, in the chat. Of course, Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. Salute to you. And Jargonaut Jones. I like that name, man. I like that name. That's what's up. SYSBM was started by, see, now you got me, the name Mad Bus Drivers, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? That does sound like, if I'm not mistaken, you might be right. Mad Bus Driver X. Shout out to you. And shout out to him. He said, the truth shall set us free. A lot of dudes don't want to hear the truth. That's why a lot of times when I'm sitting back talking to you guys, I let you talk. When I'm on the phone with certain guys, I just let you talk. You didn't call for advice. You just call for somebody to co-sign your BS. You do not want me to tell you that your girl ain't ish. You didn't call me from across the pond to tell you the truth. You didn't call me for that. Some of you guys, sometimes I kid you not. When it comes to the ladies, I don't know why you call, because after the hang up, you still gonna send that money. You still gonna rescue her from her plight. And yet many of you haven't been rescued from your plight. You don't even own a piece of property or rent in a okay. Let's use me. 7 years ago. Let's use Andre. We ain't got to use y'all. Let's use me. What do you guys think, or how would you guys look at me if I had come to Colombia and gotten Andrea an apartment, even though she already had her place and she already had her career? Let's say she didn't. Let's say I had gotten Andrea an apartment fully furnished, nice neighborhood, everything was great about a wonderful big TV, large California bed, of course. If I'd gotten Andrea the couch, all the plants, everything that Andrea needed. But here's the kicker. I didn't get my apartment. What do you guys would have thought about me then? He's a simp. He's a sucker. What the hell is wrong with him? All the things that I just described, many of you already know, that's what I did for me in my first year before I even moved to Colombia. I had me an apartment here, paying on it every month, paid for my California King, paid for my big screen television, paid for my plants, paid for my couch, I paid for my refrigeration. I paid for all of the studio, everything. I paid for everything. I had to save this black man first. Then Andrea came on into the scenario. Every time I came down here to Colombia, I didn't have to get an Airbnb. Why? I had my own apartment. So Andrea, once we got serious, she started to stay in the apartment. We had gotten serious enough to where we were already talking about marriage. See, ain't nobody staying with me and we ain't get married. No. I don't need no side boo. I don't care if we get married by the courts. I don't care if we get married in church or without the courts. But my point is, ain't nobody just shacking up with me. Nah, it ain't happening. Remember, I just said save yourself. But what if I hadn't saved myself first? In other words, I would have come to South America with the habit of saving other people first. Some of you brothers, you're not bad dudes. Some of you dudes, you got money, you got goals and plans and dreams. You're a good personality. You take care of yourself. You're a good son to your mom and your dad. You're a great dude to your coworkers. You're great at the mosque, at the church, and at the temple. You're a great dude. But your problem is this: you are in the habit of saving other chicks in other countries. I said habit on purpose. Like a pack of cigarettes. If you ain't saving this chick, you trying to save that chick. If you ain't saving that chick, you over here trying to save those chicks. You don't do none of that bull in the States. But you always want to come to other countries and rescue the whole family you rescuing. Who the hell told you to sponsor the Christmas dinner? Did her parents say that? Then why the hell did you sponsor the Christmas dinner? Who the hell told you to sponsor Thanksgiving dinner in countries that don't celebrate Thanksgiving? Who told you to buy Christmas gifts for everybody, including the two dogs? Who told you that? Her mama ain't say that. Her daddy, her uncles, she didn't say it. It was you. You volunteering to save everybody else, black man, but your mother and self. You still got emotional, all you military dudes that like to rescue somebody else, you still dealing with your PTSD. You need to be focused on rescuing yourself on the mental side, but you steady trying to rescue chicks in DR. Some of you military dudes, you need to be focusing on getting your 100% disability. But while you on 70% disability, why the hell you trying to rescue some chick in Brazil? Your money ain't like that yet. Black man, rescue you first. Rescue you first. Rescue you first. Then anybody else that comes along can gleam off of the man that you've become. But don't be out here rescuing chicks in other countries, and then you get mad when you rescued her and she don't appreciate it. Like the white dude who supposedly brought the Filipino chick to America. And in a 2 years window, he talking about my woman is Americanized. Who the hell told you to rescue her? Who told you to rescue an ain't-ish Filipino chick? Who told you to rescue her? All of them. You know how many educated women in the Philippines? You know how many women in the Philippines that's about their business? You know how many? Every time you go to the doctor's office or to the hospital, ain't nothing but Filipino nurses up in there. You couldn't rescue nobody else, huh? You had to find the brokest of the brokest of the brokest Filipino chick that needed a green card. Not just so happened to want a green card. Not just so happened to want American citizenship, but needed. See, if me and Andrea, let's say if in some far off multiverse, me and Andrea decide to, I said that on purpose, multiverse, that Andrea and I decide to live in the United States. Guess what? Y'all ready? Andrea don't need the United States. She would appreciate the United States. You know, we live in there. She'd be cool with the United States because Andrea really doesn't want to live there. But let's say in a far off multiverse, I purposely married somebody that don't need the United States. I purposely married somebody that don't necessarily need me to succeed on this freaking planet. Y'all always want to get broke chicks that need y'all. They need a green card. They need the United States. They need you to send Western Union money. They need you to send money through MoneyGram or whatever avenue you use. They need you to do it. If you don't do it, the next mother gonna do it. You need to leave women that need you for survival alone. They need you to be a stepdad to their 2 children in Brazil. Oh, I know it won't be 150 people on this live stream. No. This one I know it won't be a lot of people because a lot of y'all gonna fall off the more truth I tell. We ain't even got to the video yet of the dudes that have successfully saved themselves, black men. One of the first ways you can save yourself as a black man is making sure you choose the right people to network with. If you're a vacationer and you smashing chicks on pay for play mode, I got you. I ain't talking about you brothers. Tonight, pay for play brothers, we ain't talking about y'all. Got you. We understand what you're doing. You on vacation, you having fun. We talking about all you rescue ranger mothers out there that love rescuing mother. You should have been, you need to be in California help fighting that fire out there. Since you want to rescue a mother so bad, get you on a flight and fly out to California and get you a bucket of water and start help putting out that fire since you want to rescue mother so much. You just become a volunteer California firefighter for the next 4 days since you love to rescue somebody so damn. Always want to rescue something. And then when it don't work out, you want to call me and Andrea for some advice on why it ain't work out or how can I make it work. It ain't gonna work, brother. It ain't gonna work. Some of y'all gonna get 10 years in and you think it's gonna work. Wait till year 11 hit and all hell break loose. For this dude, it only took 2 years for the Filipino chick to become Americanized. Some of y'all is gonna take y'all 5, 10, 11 years. And as soon as you think that everything cool, all of a sudden those divorce papers gonna be rolling across your desk at work. Love rescuing motherfuckers. Love it. Love it. Yeah, this is the funny part. Y'all strategic. I said it. You're strategic. That's your problem. You know what you're doing. You are strategic. You purposely draw to broke, beautiful bottom feeders. You know what you're doing. You're not stupid. You're not dumb. You're not ignorant. You're not foolish. You're not blind. You know what the hell you're doing. You are purposely gravitating to chicks that have nothing going on in their life. They don't have a job. They don't have no hope. They don't have a snowball's chance in hell to bring the dream to pass in their country. Are they, we got the American dream, right? The American dream, accomplish your goals. Your chick can't even do the Colombian dream, can she? Your broke chick can't even do the Venezuelan dream, can she? In 10 years, your chick can't even do the Brazilian dream where she just at least got a piece of land or something. She can't even do that in 10 years, can she? And you purposely chose her, didn't you? So stop acting like the rest of us brothers are stupid and dumb and we don't know what you're doing. You were strategic when you chose the person that you chose. So don't cry when we talk about this particular topic. But Dre, I've been with her for 3 years. It's amazing how, this is the other part that gets me about you SYSBM dudes. In the States, you can be with a chick for 9 years. When you done with her, you will kick her to the curb, won't you? How many of us have kicked chicks to the curb that we've been with for more than 2 years? I know I done kicked a couple chicks to the curb that I was with for more than 2 years. So you telling me that you ain't got no problem with kicking chicks to the curb in the States that got a job, they may have a house, they got a car, that got goals. You ain't got no problem with kicking those chicks to the curb after being with them for 2 or 3 years. But if you with a broke in another country, you telling me you can't kick that broke, raggedy DR chick to the curb and get you a better one. You telling me that chick in Thailand that ain't doing nothing for you. You don't live in Thailand like Richie Mack. You ain't living in Thailand like Chocolate Man. You ain't doing none of that. You telling me that broke chick in Thailand or the Philippines or Vietnam is the best that you can get. That's the best. You telling me if we line up 50 of us and our women, you telling me that raggedy Vietnam chick, that's the best that you can get in Vietnam. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Let me tone my tone down a little bit because I know my uncle Jeffrey Ghostface and my wife Andrea will kill me if they hear me yelling into the microphone. Gentlemen, I'm telling you now, there's better waiting for us once you save yourself, black man. I'm going to say that again. Once you start living the save yourself, black man lifestyle, not just say it, not just use it as a moniker, but actually save yourself, comma, black man. Watch the quality of people that enter into your life from around the world. But as long as you keep on allowing women and people in general that ain't ish in their country to enter into your life, that cycle won't stop. How many of y'all have gone to DR and you had bad experiences with some raggedy but attractive DR women? You thought you was gonna come to Colombia and get better quality, didn't you? What happened when you got to Colombia? You just got more raggedy, yuck mouth Colombian chicks. So you decided, man, forget Colombia. It's burnt out. Like International Zoe, shout out to him. International Zoe said Colombia's burned out. So you shoot to Brazil. Guess what type of women that you ended up with in Brazil? Beautiful, broke bottom feeders. Oh, International Zoe said Brazil played out. I'm going to Tanzania. You down there in Tanzania. What type of women you end up in Tanzania? Beautiful, broke, bottom feeders. You went to Kenya, South Africa, jumped to Australia. You done took your butt to Thailand, and you constantly, all you attract with the money that you got and the time that you got and the energy that you got and the attention that you're giving, you only attract beautiful, broke, bottom feeders, no matter where you land and plant your feet. Why? Why? Because you haven't taken time out to save yourself, comma, black man. You haven't taken time out to evaluate what type of people need to be in your life for the rest of your life, black man. You haven't taken time out and said, the money that I'm spending on these chicks, I can invest in a piece of property in DR. Black man. I don't care if you just bought yourself a motorcycle in DR. I don't care what, just something that shows that you give a F about you. Black man. You got to start caring about you. Your fellow brothers of the Passport Bro movement can't care more about you than you do. And when we say something to you, you think we're hating. When we say something, we say it out of a loving, brotherly heart, bruh. I'm going to go to the video in a second. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Thank you guys once again for supporting the channel. My boss said this to me when I first became a college recruiter. Some of you guys have heard this story. And I said this story to Andrea the other day. My boss, she came to me and she said, and she used to always call me in her office. You know, my first year, she was like, Andre, you need to do this better. Andre, I just was not doing everything that needed to be done as an academic college recruiter my first year. Right around 7-8 months in, I'm frustrated. She called me in her office again because I process a particular form of paperwork. She called me in her office, sat me down. I know, okay, this is it. I'm fired. She didn't call me in her office in the last 7 months, at least 5-6 times. I'm fired. It's okay. You know, I'm not one of those people to get fired and be mad. It's okay. She said, Andre, and I'm saying this to you guys. She said, Andre, I'm going to tell you this. She said, it takes 2 years to learn and master what we do. You've only been doing this 7 months. She said, but I'm going to say this to you as well. As long as I'm calling you in my office, you got a chance. The day that I stop talking to you, that's the day you're getting fired. I say the same thing to you guys. As long as I'm saying something to you as a brother, you know I'm saying it out of love. The day I stop talking to you and hitting you right in your heart like I hit myself in my heart, that's the day I don't give up about you. That raggedy that you fucking, I might as well go ahead and curse because I just did it. That raggedy chick that you smashing, you being with a beautiful broke chick, you struggling and she taking more and more of your proceeds as the years go by. She had a baby behind your back. You find out she's still smashing her Dominican or Colombian baby daddy from back in the day. I don't give up. The day that I don't start, the day that I shut up And I just do travel videos. I'm doing it like Ace Live. I'm just doing travel videos. And I don't tell you about what steps we should take as men. The moment I stop talking about manhood, that's the moment you realize I could give less than about what you do and what you do with your money, what you do with your time, and what you do with your attention. To hell with you. The day I stop talking. So as long as I'm saying something to you, like my boss told me, believe you me, I care. Let's get ready to go to the video, and then I'll get ready with the shout out. Shout out to all you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed, guys that are on Patreon, hope you enjoyed those crypto videos that we've been dropping every day. Shout out to my man Los and my man Joey sharing that crypto information. And if you're in a Patreon and you haven't had a chance to look at those videos, I'm telling you, man, and I put notes in there. Dude, I put notes in, man, listen, let's look at that Patreon, man. I put notes in that Patreon, man, that are not part of the notes that we got a chance to glean off of. For example, the video that I dropped today. Let's share this screen real quick. Add the screen. The video that I dropped today. And let me blow this up a little bit for us so we can see it. Seven ways to make money with crypto investments and platforms for beginners. This is 4 of 6 videos. Los talked about this. He talked about how your cryptocurrency can make you money while it's making money. And so I talked about step by step what you can do to take advantage of this. Step by step, I walk you through it. For the different type of ways a person can make money with their cryptocurrency. And this is just one video. Talked about the NFTs, affiliate programs that guys don't even know about. And then I ended with final tips. Like I said, there are several videos, 6 videos that we have. Shout out to my man Kevin Samuels. That we have available just on how to be a crypto investor as a beginner. Shout out to Los and Crypto Kings TV and Learn Crypto TV as well. Shout out to my man Sean in the building. What's up, Dre? He says crazy how Joy Taylor. Yeah, what Joy has done is not new. Women throughout human history have always used their beauty to get what they want. It's not anything new. What Joey is doing, y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all want to talk about Joy? Here we go. We know about Joy, ESPN, throwing that coochie around, allegedly. Joy was nothing but a beautiful bartender, and she worked a little bit on radio, but she had no experience of being an ESPN. What is Joy? What is Joy? A broke, beautiful bottom feeder. It's amazing how I see us guys with passports talk about the BS that women in the States do, but we do the same damn thing in other countries. You got a Joy in your damn cell phone right now. She ain't shit. She ain't gonna never be shit. She don't want to be shit. She gonna use you because of her beauty and that booty and what the firehead she give you. Just like Joy did when it came to ESPN and all those other dudes, and she got on those different sports shows. She had no qualifications. She didn't need it. She was a broke, beautiful bottom feeder. Just like your woman. So let's not criticize what Joy doing. I'm not saying that you're doing it, brother. I'm just saying that in general, let's not, when all these YouTubers go and putting out stuff about Joy, they're trying to get the views, of course. But my point is, when it comes to us, we do the same damn thing with passports. Stop me when I'm lying. Somebody put in the comment section, you lying, Dre, we don't do that. Yes, you do. You do the same simp-ish that them dudes on ESPN did and gave Joy those positions. All Joy had to do was get them dudes some fire head and bat her eyes and show them big breasts and let them dudes nut on her breasts. As long as them dudes was nutting on her breast, she could do what she want. But we do the same thing. We do the same thing, don't we? Black man, white man, Asian man. We do the same thing. I'm glad you like the cologne out there. We do the exact same thing. That's what all this is about. Tonight's show, saving yourself. Let's go to the video, and then I'll come into the comments. Appreciate you, gentlemen. This video we're going to watch first is about guys that are saving themselves. In other words, they are dating the right way in foreign countries.
Mad bus driver here, brothers and the ladies and the hitters that are most definitely watching. Yeah, damn. I walk through a field up here. Walk through a field while I'm taking a break.
Are these guys in third worlds or broke, or do they look like they got some struggling women on their side? With line? I'm on the live. Do you mind, Mrs. Spence, with the big booty? Mrs. Spence just coming from church. Shout out to Andrea.
Next to this damn street light. And like,
does this brother look like he with a woman that's struggling? Look like he's in Europe somewhere. I'm not saying you got to be in Europe or with European women. I'm saying that you guys need to step your game up.
4 rats ran across the brother and done dipped in a hole they done dug out on the side of this street light. Now I'm watching this goofy across the street argue with this chick, and he just dumped some food in the garbage can. And this is the drama that you see downtown. Well, brothers, why do I want to talk to you? What do I want to yickety-yak with you about? You know, the good old, same old shit. Brothers, you need to get your life together. You need to get your mind right. Or you're going to end up like these goofies out here in these streets. You're going to end up like these bozos. Some of you guys are listening to me right now.
Did we not see his Christmas gift? What Christmas gift did you get from your girl? Come on, all you dudes that like beautiful bottom feeders that's broke. What Christmas gift did you get from your girl? Your broke Dominican chick. She beautiful, but Christmas. I ain't talking about she gave you fire head. Grow up. What gift did you get from your broke Venezuelan? Come on, all you dudes that like that, come on. You like to showcase. You always want to put in the WhatsApp groups all these photos. What Christmas gift did you get from your broke chick from Vietnam? I ain't talking about the chick that got a good job. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the broke one. What Christmas gift did you get from the broke one? She's broke. She's broken. She's a bottom feeder, but she's beautiful. Did she get you a PlayStation? That you can have a PlayStation? Did your broke chick get you a PlayStation that you can have while you in Colombia? Did she even get you an Amazon Fire Stick? Did your broke chick even buy you an Amazon Fire Stick? Did she get you some cologne? Did she get you some shit? What'd she get you? You wear a size 14. Did she get you some shoes that's not knock off? What did your broke woman get you for Christmas? Because I bet you it ain't nothing like what these guys might have gotten. But you want to holler SYSBM. Let's go back to the video.
Are going to blow your life. Those. He's out here in these streets.
Look at that man. I don't think he in the States. Just a regular brother.
You're going to end up like these bozos. Some of you guys are listening to me right now are going to blow.
And of course, he supports the SYSBM. Great brother, great YouTube channel. He's just being sarcastic when he speaks. So take what he's saying with a grain of salt. He's just using sarcasm. He's repeating what women say in the States.
Your life hanging out in the streets, selling dope. You're going to blow your life hanging out in these streets, singing these rap lyrics, trying to live vicariously through these rappers' lyrics as if you a boss when you're just a bozo. You're gonna waste your life chasing after big booty bimbo's ass. And at the end of the day, after society has used you up, after you have been a spent commodity, you're gonna end up in these streets homeless. That's what's gonna happen to you, brother. You're gonna end up like that because you are not getting your mind right. Now, like that because
y'all see this? To some people, that would to black women, that would be some nerd-ish, wouldn't it? I'm gonna say that again. To black women, to many black women, that would be some nerdy-ish. Them same nerdy dudes end up like Theo as cloud engineers making six figures. Those same nerdy dudes get drafted to the NFL, NBA, and so forth. And sisters wonder why he with the white girl, because the white girl was with me when I was putting on cowboy hats and I was looking like a straight nerd dude. But you wouldn't put a cowboy hat on with me, would you? You sisters wouldn't do it with them brothers. You wouldn't put the nerdy outfit on with him while he dressed like an astronaut. But the white girl didn't have no problem doing it, did she? Now, this is not a racial thing. I'm just embracing that moment of, guys, here we go. When you're in other countries, I mean this, just not the States. If you're a dude that's into Comic-Con, or if you're into art, if you're into putting puzzles together, if you're into constructing models, if you're into fishing, if you're into sports, bruh, there is an attractive woman in other countries that's interested in the same stuff you're into. Some of you get beautiful bottom feeders that have no interest in the things that you're interested in, but you dare to move to that same country. My point is, okay, you met her, check. You moved to that country, check. And that hot chick ain't into nothing that you into. She can't stand that you go fishing. She can't stand that you like to be on yachts all the time with your boys instead of her all the time. She can't stand that you go to the mosque, the temple, or church. She can't stand that. She thought that you were supposed to be vacationer. But when you move to that country, all of you move to that country. Why'd I marry a church girl? Because I'm a church boy. Why I marry a girl that she likes Friends, romantic comedy show. I like Living Single. That brought off Friends, romantic comedy show. She likes soccer, her version of football. I like the NFL, my version of football. I like to be in the swimming pool in the afternoon. She likes to be in the swimming pool in the afternoon. She likes going to small towns and getting magnets for our refrigerators. She likes when we go to other countries and getting magnets to put on the refrigerator. I like standing there in front of the refrigerator and reflecting on all the great places that we've gone to. Now, I'm not saying this in a braggadocious way. I'm saying this as your uncle or even your grand uncle. I'm saying this in a way, get you a woman that's got the same interests that you have, at least some of them. She ain't got to be interested in everything that you do. But if you are a dude that likes to dance salsa and your woman, beautiful as she is, but she can't dance for ish and she Latin, what you with that heifer for? If she doesn't like sports, but you want to go to the soccer game in her country, what you with that heifer for? You done already got the coochie, so don't say the coochie. I'm gonna say that again. We men already, if anything, we already know what I already got the coochie. So if I keep her, if I leave her, then I already got the coochie. What you with her for if you have no interest? Save yourself, black man means that in every area, I'm gonna have a woman that's got at least some of the same interests that I have. Like this brother right here. She might not have all the same nerdy interests that he has. And he may not have all the same nerdy interests that she has. But they got something in common. The one video we just saw, when we slide back on this video and we saw the brother that got the video game from his blonde girlfriend, you better believe she gonna be sitting up there playing them games right along with him. Don't think she just gonna be, I'm blonde and I'm beautiful and I'm not. No, she gonna pull that hair back in a ponytail, excuse me, and she gonna play that video game right along with her. Get you somebody. Part of saving yourself, black man, you want to save yourself from women that had no interest like you had. I'll say that again. Part of saving yourself, black man, was saving yourself from women in the States or any parts of the West that had very little interest in the interests that you have. So why would you come to foreign countries and get with beautiful women? They're beautiful, but them niggas ain't interested in nothing that you do. You starting businesses, she could care less about starting businesses. All she care about is the money that comes from the business. That heifer can't even help you go furniture shopping without having you overspend on some bullshit. Anytime your woman take you gringo pricing for furniture, you paying, wait a minute, you've moved to Medellin, check. You got you an apartment, check. All you need is furniture, check. And this beautiful chick only takes you to gringo spots where you can get gringo price because that's her cousin and her friend's furniture store. So now you paying $200, $300, $500 more for a couch than most of us expats would have paid for that same damn couch. What's my point of this whole show? If I shut it down right now, what the hell is my point? My point is save yourself first, comma, black man. Save yourself first, comma, black man, white man. That white man that got and put it on TikTok. my Filipinian and came on. She become an American in 2 years. That's your damn fault. I do not feel sorry for any white dudes, white brothers. Hear me out. White boys, hear me out. Hear me out, white boys. I do not feel sorry for any of you white dudes. Rednecks, peckerwoods, crackers, none of that. Or just regular white guy. I don't feel sorry for none of y'all. Now, I'm not saying that in a racial way, but there's some white dudes out there. When you go to Wyoming, they got rednecks. I mean, literal rednecks. Face white, hands white, neck red. Now, I don't feel sorry for you. You know why, white boy? Because just like brothers and everybody else, you knew and you know that ish ain't ish. You know it. Come, white boy. I know you 58. You've been on the planet 58 years like I have. 58 long years. You've gathered a little bit of experience. The white boy said, I live in a mansion. My name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. My name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht for all you Bugs Bunny fans. You know, you tell them you know how to make money. Get you. I'm in this 4-story. I'm in this 4. I can hear myself echo in my house. You got a big ass house. You telling me, white boy, you can make enough money to have a staff to help you make more money. But you don't know how to get on a plane, land safely, and out of all the women in the Philippines, you picked the brokest, because she wasn't even fine, homeliest woman that needs to. I love when my wife tell me, if we could live in this, I want to live in the States. I keep trying to tell you, I was purposeful with that. I was strategic. You guys always wonder, how'd you get under it? Man, I was strategic. I asked questions. For all you guys that don't know this, you ready? What's the number one thing that Jesus did in the Bible? Number one, he didn't do this more than, he did this more than miracles. He did this more than he walked. He did this more than anything else. Number one thing Jesus did in the Bible. Number one of all time. You ready? He asked questions. Between the book of Matthew to the end of John, Jesus asked hundreds of questions. So if the number one thing that Jesus was doing was asking questions, who on earth am I not to ask a woman or anybody questions? The book, I didn't write chapters. I'm gonna say this again. I didn't technically write chapters. Okay. You know what I did? I purposely answered questions. I sat back and I said, you know what? These guys have what I would have. Questions. That's what I did. Let's blow this up real quick. This is just the chapter summary of the book, right? Let's take a look at it. This is the intro. First question I answered. Why are so many people leaving the US, UK, and Canada? Next question. Can I live the American dream outside of America? Next question. Do you need to have a fortune to start a new life overseas? There are 10 parts to the book. Then I talk about the mental part, overcoming fears, distraction, complacencies, discouragement. Next question, next section, section 3. Can I really afford to move The vacation you versus the relocation you. You guys always hear me talk about that. Then we scroll down to part 4. How can I afford my move if I don't have much money saved? I answer that question. What are the hidden costs involved in just relocating? What are the costs of finding a home or a house abroad? How can you get your visa? How much does it cost to ship my belongings overseas? What's my point? I asked and I answered questions. If you don't question that mint that you with and stop bulling around, that's my point. If you don't start asking that heifer in your phone questions and stop ignoring the answers. If you know that heifer lying about being in school. Why? You've been in her city for 10 days. She been up under you 8 days. Ain't no school gonna let you be out of school for 8 days straight. You ain't turning no term paper, no thesis. You ain't did no studying. She ain't talked about no courses, no class, no exams. She ain't talk about no study groups. She ain't talked to you in 8 days about none of that ish from the time that you asked her, what do? I'm in school. Tell me about it. That ain't told you nothing. Don't ignore the answers. I'm not talking about the verbal answers. I'm talking about also the cues. This chick been with me for 8 days. She ain't talked about school, classmates, like in the conversation. Dude, Andrea still talk about college and classmates and school to this day. You talk to Coach Clinician. Coach Clinician right around my age. Coach Clinician still talk about the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Being a North Carolina Tar Heel. That's his school, his alma mater. You telling me you with the chick from DR who says she's in school and she ain't never talked about school in 8 days? Ask questions, gentlemen. If you ever wonder what my number one secret from the top of the Shaolin Temple is, ask questions. And guess what Andrea did? The next thing that made me attracted to Andrea. Y'all ready? Here we go. She asked questions and kept asking questions. And I'm not talking about just random questions. She asked the type of questions that I was like, those are the type of questions that I would ask. But the reason why you guys don't ask questions, you ready before we go back to the video and see all these guys living their good life because these guys are saving themselves first, black men? The reason why you don't ask questions because you want to keep on lying to yourself. Oh, you love a good old-fashioned lie. Don't lie to me about your lie. Lies are comfortable. They feel like when you turn the pillow over and it's the cold side of the pillow. Ain't nothing better when a beautiful woman lied to you. Come on, guys. You love a good lie, especially when she butt naked and she lying. Oh, when she didn't just gave you some good sex and she lying. When she just cooked you a good meal when in Brazil. Oh, you love when she lied to you then. You do love liars. Don't lie to me. I know what you like. I ain't mad at you, player. Your phone is filled with heifers that lie from country to country. I don't care if she lied to me. It's cool. I got my roster. That's just deflection, bro. That's what women do. I got a roster full of women in my phone, so if one of them chicks lie to me, I don't give a damn. They can lie to me all they want. I got money and I travel. That's deflection. Women do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Find another YouTube channel to deflect with, to make you feel good. Go to Razor Rays. They always make you feel good over there. Shout out to my man Razor. But on this channel, don't do that. Don't use the fact that you got a bunch of women to justify that you got bored women in your phone too. You don't do that in the States, do you? Do you in the States justify having BS women in your phone because you got a couple of good women in your phone? Do you do that? Or we don't do that in the States? Or we don't do that at all? Why the hell you trying to pull it off while you in another country? Why you think you can co-sign and say to me, man, I got a bunch of women, so it don't matter what you don't say that in the States? Stop pretending like you ain't Americans and Canadians and Australians and people from the United Kingdom, UK. You got to stop pretending that you ain't from other countries. In your home country, you know that you don't tolerate a lot of mess that you tolerate in other countries. Who the hell you think you lying to? I'll say that one again before we go back to the video. You know and I know it's ish that you put up with and you cry about. That's the part that get me. See, I wouldn't be doing these live streams and these shows about manhood and getting yourself on track and going after your goals and you're a great man, you the prize. I wouldn't have to say this if you wouldn't spend so much time lying to your damn self. You look in the mirror lying to yourself. You go to sleep lying to yourself. You wake up lying to yourself about them chicks in your phone from other countries. They ain't. I'm trying to get us in the year of our Lord 2025 to finally decide, okay, let me put at least two. Let's see what Andre talk. Maybe he's just talking crazy. Let me put 2 quality women in my phone. I ain't talking about quality women as like she work as a doctor by day, but at night she's paid for play. I ain't talking about them nasty heifers. I'm talking about real women that's like you, no matter how much money you got. Like Andrea said, it's nice that you got your money, but just like you got your money, you could take your money from me. So I'm not about to celebrate your money. I'm sound just like Andrea too. There are women that's not gonna celebrate your money, bruh. I'm gonna say that again. They're glad that you got money. They appreciate a good date. They like you for you. They think you're a cool dude. They see that you, if they do get serious with you, that you have the ability to be a provider. You have the ability to be a provider. You have the ability to be a provider. They appreciate that about you. Think you're a good guy, willing to introduce you to the family. But if you walked out of their life, they still have their degree. They still have their education. They still have goals. They still have dreams. They still have hopes, still have desires. And the next dude is going to get a bunch of questions just like you got. If your bitch ain't asking you no real quality questions, she just taking money, and this bitch ain't asking you nothing about your life, you just got to volunteer stuff. That heifer ain't ask you about your health. She ain't ask you about, have you taken an exam to make sure that your prostate is good as an older man? Has she asked you about your diet? Has she asked you about giving you anything? What's your hobbies? Well, what's your goal for this country? Do you plan on living in this country? Or do you see another country that you might want to live? None of that. Yo ain't ask you nothing, but you sending money. You see how I did full circle with that? But you are sending money, black man. It's time for you to start SYS, comma, black man. It really is. Now, I know this live stream is going to end and you're going to laugh at me and you're going to get you some drinks. You're going to laugh at me drinking my little drinking water. And you're going to continue to do what you do. I got you. But one thing that I've learned in 58 years, there is such thing as a reaper. And I'm not just talking about death. I'm talking about karma. See, it's easy to look at the passport bro movement in its infancy, while most of us are under the age of 65. Tailor-Made Dreams under 65, Ace Live under 65. Check and Effect, my man, International Zoe, myself, all of us, 50, 40, all of us of different young ages. Get my own video. Give me a second. Turn the volume down. Shout out to you guys that have donated by way of PayPal. All you brothers. Shout out to my man Tevin Brown of the Brown family. Shout out to you by donating. It's easy. Your money good, your health decent, it's fine. If y'all don't start thinking about your fucking future when you are over 65, and your body ain't going, and your mind ain't gonna let you tolerate and deal with beautiful, broke bottom feeders. See, it's cool when you like 32, 28, 38. It's cool. Trifling chicks come, trifling chicks go. It's cool. When many of us hit 60 and life is showing us you got 8 more years to live. You got 3 more years on this planet. Remember what I mentioned a couple weeks ago? They said, according to the World Health Organization, the average human's body in the United States, I'll say that again, in the United States, began the process of shutting down at the age of 63. Now, for those that exercise and take care of your body, it doesn't happen as early. But they say the average person in the United States, because the average person in the United States is not going to the gym. The average person in Canada is not going to the gym. The average person in the UK, Australia, New Zealand are not going to the gym. So when you hit 63, you on average are most likely your body is going to start its process of shutting down, and it's time to get up out of here. It may be in 10 years, it may be 30 years after you hit 63. My point is this: it's easy to have all this fun while you still feel like you're young. You guys are going to regret. This is my prediction for the Passport Bro movement. Blue Book gentlemen. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This is going to hit you hard, because this one might not come to pass for another 10, 15 years. This is my bold prediction. This is my prophetic moment. There are going to be more Passport Bros that die in regret than willing to admit. Shout out to my man Don with the $10 cash app. I mean that what I said. There are going to be more Passport Bros that are going to age with regret. Some of y'all got plenty of money in your pocket. Looks great. You know why? One of the reasons why you got so much money to spend on pay for play? Because you ain't had to spend any of it on health issues yet. Notice I use the term yet. Statistics show that we spend more money in the last 2 weeks of our lives than any part of our lives combined. That's a crazy stat, right? You spend more money on medical in the last 2 weeks of being on the planet than any other time in your life combined. It's easy. Women come, women go, blah, blah, blah. You think your body gonna always accept women. That's another thing. Y'all ready? You think your body will always accept women. You think you're gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio. You think you're gonna be like Al Pacino having babies at 70. You think you're gonna be like your grandpappy, still smashing them at 91. A, you don't live in your grandpappy's city or era where healthy foods were available. You're not Al Pacino. You're not Robert De Niro, who had kids in their 70s. You are going to be like King David. I said it. One of the regrets we're going to have is a lot of us passport bros and blue book gentlemen, nobody wants to admit it. Since you don't want to take care of your health while you're younger, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to drink water, you don't want to get proper sleep, you want to smash all the pros possible. It's cool when you are young. Yeah, I went like the dude that was on Kendra G, the passport bro. He said, yeah, I just got back from DR. Yeah, I ran through 4 of them on my last day. I just finished smashing 1 this morning, Kendra G. I just got back from DR. Just bragging and running off his mouth about DR. Just recently. That's how a lot of us treat our bodies. Y'all think I'm rambling. I'm not rambling. You're going to be like King David. Go ahead, read about King David when he got older. They said with King David, they brought the virgins, beautiful virgins, to King David to lay in bed with him to make sure that, or try to make the king feel better. We talking about a king that ran through women. We talking about King Solomon's daddy. King David body said, damn them beautiful virgins. You the king. You run through women, right? You gonna be like that for the rest of your life, right, King Davids? Yeah, y'all King Davids out there. You gonna run through women the rest of to the end of days, ain't you? Because you can do it now. You gonna do it to the end of the. I'm telling you something. My prediction for the passport bro movement, for a lot of you dudes, you're gonna end the passport bro, black manosphere, red pill movement with regret. If you don't start saving yourself first, black man. Saving and taking care of your health first, black man. Getting proper sleep first, black man. If you got that money to get that condo in DR, don't buy them chicks with that money. Go ahead and put that down payment on that condo, black man. You want to start that business in Thailand? Start it, black man. You want to go ahead and come to Colombia, you want to be in Cartagena, you want to buy you some Airbnbs, buy them, black man. Got news for you. After you buy your first condo in Colombia, them nappy head ignorant chicks gonna still be there anyway. Them stupid beautiful bottom feeders gonna be there before you buy the condo, and them beautiful bottom feeders gonna be there after you buy the condo. If you think stalling or accomplishing your long-term goals for living in another country is going to be halted because of that chick that you got in your phone, it's not. If she decide to leave you because you decide to write the great American novel, let that heifer go. Guess what? Somebody of quality who like authors is on her way. Like the saying goes, never met a man who lost money, lost a woman chasing money, but saw plenty of men lose money chasing women. A lot of you guys should have, man, God told you 5 years ago, here's the money. Go ahead and buy you a piece of property in the Philippines. Here's the money. Go ahead and start your little Uber company where you can buy at least 3 motorcycles and at least 3 cars in DR. Go start your Uber business. You been had that money to do that. God told you, you know what? Here we go. We gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you the money so you can go ahead, put a down payment on that duplex or that 4-plex apartment building in Brazil. What did you do with it? You paid for play with it. So you pay for play dues. Sometimes y'all just as bad as the SY. You don't know how to save yourself, black man. You don't know how to save your damn self, black man. And I mean what I'm talking about tonight. I'm telling you, these cameras gonna go off, and some of y'all in the next 5 years, your journey of being a passport, bro, is gonna come to an end. I'm not talking about with death or anything. It's gonna come to an end, and you're gonna have to go back to the States. Because the passport bro movement, the passport kings, the blue book gentlemen, the enlightened men movement, I'm telling you, is not based around them nappy head ninjas that y'all keep on running up under and giving money to and sending money. You are sending $300 a month to a chick, $500 a month. Some of you dudes, because you got the money, you sending, and I own 5 properties or 10 properties in the United States. You sending $1,000 a month to some nappy head, ignorant, stupid in DR that can't do nothing with the money. At least, if you had a chick in DR, I'll respect you. Ready? I will respect you more if you took that $1,000 that you send her every month and you had a chick that could do something with it. Remember, God in the Bible said the talents. One guy got 2 talents. Another guy got 1 talent. Coinage, currency. Another guy got 5 talents of currency. The guy that was in charge came back years later and he said, listen, what'd you do with the 5 talents of currency I gave you? I took it and I flipped it. Here's 10. He said, you know what? I'm going to bring you back on. You're responsible. Come on, take this promotion. Went to the dude he gave 2 talents of currency to. Oh, what'd you do with the 2 talents of currency? I flipped it. Here's your 4 currency. You were responsible. You can come over here. You're a leader. You are a leader. You ain't let nothing distract you. You ain't let females distract you, homeboys distract you. You ain't let politics distract you. Nothing. You flipped it into 10 and you flipped it into 4. I know the dude that I gave 1 talent of currency did something with it. I ain't got to worry about him. He about his business. That's why I gave him the 1 talent. Anybody that read the Bible know how that story ended. The leader came to do with 1 talent of currency. What'd you do with that 1 talent? You know, I ain't want to mess your money up, right? You know, I ain't want to mess your money up because, you know, you're a boss man. You about your business, and I respect that. You got a lot of talents of currency. I see my boy over there. That's my boy over there that flipped it into 10. And my homeboy over there, he tried to give me some advice, but I didn't listen to him. The dude that did flipped it into 4, I ain't even listened to him. You know what I did with your 1 talent? I put it in, I buried it. Whoa, hold, pause. I gave you just one talent of currency. Yeah, I know. I ain't want to mess your money up. So you just like in the ground buried it? Yeah, that's why I know you proud of me because I ain't mess your money up like that. You know, because if it was me, I wouldn't want nobody to mess my money up, so I just buried it in the ground. What did it say in the Bible? So you telling me you didn't even take my money and put it in the bank so I could have interest? Some of y'all got women in y'all lives that you can give them just one talent of freaking currency to do something positive with in their country, and that chick will still fuck it up. And you still got her in your phone because she's so pretty and her coochie so good. And hey, you can afford to lose the talent. Well, if in the Bible, that leader, he snapped. He was like, you what with my money? Oh, he snapped the heck off. Even though he had the 5 talents he could celebrate, the 4 talents he could celebrate, the 10 talents he could celebrate, he had all his money he could celebrate. Just because he had money, I made money because he knew he made money from not letting people in his life that F up money. You see that? He made money, according to the Bible, by not letting people in his life that would F up money. So when the one dude F'd up one talent of currency, even though this dude was a baller, he was pissed. Y'all letting women and people and families in these countries into your life that can't even take care of one talent of currency, and you still don't get pissed. You still sending money to that chick. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm serious. Okay, it's one of them nights. Let's go back to the video. Bring the video on stage.
Getting your mind right. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to hit you with some images. Maybe I'm not. So if you see some images in this video, you are looking at brothers that are getting their minds right in one aspect of their lives. Because what I see when I see in these downtown streets, I see men whose lives have been ruined because they are in a relationship with a Scraggle Dad.
Shout out to me and Tony Tone.
Because that's all they know. That's all they have. And so because this is all they know and they don't wish to venture out to be anything more than what it is, these men end up with nothing.
I ain't mad at him.
Begging other grown-ass men and women for change. For a pass so they can catch a ride. For some food. Digging out the garbage can. Why? Because they spent their lives chasing after big booty bimbos. They spent their lives trying to rep these streets. They spent their lives trying to be Tupac. Because Tupac gets the respect in the community. Because Tupac makes the panties moist. Brothers, understand something. Understand this. It is real out here in the field. There are so many dusty men out here. Dusty brothers out here. And I'm the one who called them dusty dudes first before that swirler community picked it up and used it. But understand something, brothers. Those women that are in the swirler community, yeah, they want to get away. They want to get away from the creation that they created. These bums out here in these streets. They created these guys, and now they want to have, I guess, the white man come save them from the drama. But they are the mama. They set the tone. They allow these guys to have a home when they're young, and they...
Now, mind you, as I said before, this is not necessarily about interracial couples. It's about guys that are wise enough to bring the right people in their life, no matter what race there are. That's what my point is. I don't care about the race. You could go, if you're a brother, I know there are brothers that travel, no matter where they go, they only deal with sisters. Nothing wrong with that, bruh. Nothing wrong with that. In most continents, sisters are gorgeous. There's nothing like, when I was in France, there were beautiful women that were sisters. UK, when we were in UK, beautiful women that were sisters. We were in DR, beautiful women that were sisters. Even in Cuba, beautiful women there that were sisters. If you're a guy that's into sisterhood, nothing wrong with that. Most of us are been in the sisterhood off and on our whole lives. So don't take this video as this brother just showcasing the white woman. No. I'm showcasing the fact that we as men need to make sure that we save ourselves first before we save a white woman, before we save a black woman, a Latin woman, a Middle Eastern woman, before we save anybody else, black men, white men, Latin men, or Middle Eastern men that are from the West, US, Canada, Australia, West parts of Europe. Save yourself first. Save yourself first. I'm gonna go to the comment section, hang out with you guys for a second in the comment section. Shout out to my man Jay Fleming in the building, as well as my man Poor Man, always showing some love. Yep, dudes get used. Dudes get used like Joy. Like Joy, the commentator, used those dudes with ESPN. She knew what she was doing. And Joy had no problem with saying that. What did she say? She said this last year. She said, if a man has the right looks and the right amount of money and he's got the right charm, she said, all your rules, she said, for most women, most of the rules that we say that we got, that I would never do this. She said, all that goes out the window for a man with the right looks, right money, and he's got the right charm. In her case, all it took was the right opportunities. He said, if I'm paying gringo price for anything, I don't have a. Oh, that's a good one. Bars. You see, I sat back. I want that to sink in. Shout out to you, GJ. Glenn himself. If you got a woman in that country and you are still paying gringo prices, you ain't got a woman in that country. Damn, I wish I'd have thought of that. I ain't no hater. That is bar. That's Kendrick Lamar level bar. That's Lil Wayne level type of bars. That's them some Kanye type of bars, some Eminem type of bars right there. That's a whole nother level. If some dude, hey, come on, Glenn, a lot of dudes ain't gonna admit that. Okay, I got stories. I'm back in the States. Andrea refrigerator hunting for me, right? Getting us a refrigerator. This is before I really kind of like asked her, we're gonna move in together, and she was like, okay, cool. But I don't do the move in thing unless we get married. And I was like, I already knew we get married. You ain't moving in unless we get married. So Andrea is busy looking for a refrigerator for us, right? I don't know who it is that told her. She's like, girl, he American. She told me, this is the story she told me. She said, somebody told me, one of my associates or friends or whoever it was, Girl, he American. He got the money. Get the big Hitachi 3000 refrigerator. You can get a refrigerator without the Wi-Fi before there's such thing as Wi-Fi. Right? This is what they tell Andrea. Andrea says this. Why would I spend his money like that just because he's American? A. B. The Hitachi 3000 refrigerator doesn't fit in our wall unit. And that, you know how sometimes they have a unit, an area where it's only cut out where a refrigerator only a certain size can fit. If I know that it doesn't fit, and what if we move and go somewhere else and it doesn't fit? And why would I spend his money like that? Why would I do that? So our first refrigerator was a nice, decent, really nice refrigerator. And we had that refrigerator for 4 years. Then bought us another one, like the one we got now is really nice, right? But the one we had before was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was a really nice refrigerator. If your woman is spending your money and you still getting green gold, this brother ain't never lied. Some of y'all got women that they take you to the most expensive this, expensive. We go to 5-star restaurants here in Colombia and Cali. Andrea be like, I found a restaurant that's on top of a mountain that overlooks the moon. And they're having a 2-for-1 special tonight. Like, what? You got 2 drinks for 1 and we at the 5-star restaurant. Let's go. That's Andrea. That's Andrea. Andrea spends our money the way she would spend her money. You caught that? That's bars right there. You need a woman that's going to spend your money the same way at the same stores or looking for the same deals or the same hookup or the same connections or the same whatever it is. If you're buying a motorcycle here in Colombia or Brazil, she should be able to say, well, if I was buying a motorcycle, I wouldn't shop here because most Colombians shop here. Most Brazilians shop there. And we get motorcycles that last 20 years. But you can go and get that gringo motorcycle if you want to. If your woman ain't spending your money, and I'm not saying that she needs to have the equivalent of your money, but I'm talking about if she was on that economic level, how would she spend her money? Then why is she blowing through your money? Save yourself first, comma, black man, white man, Latin man, so forth. There are a lot of us that got quality women. I talk about my wife because that's my wife, but there are a bunch of dudes that I know here in Cali, bunch of dudes in Medellin, bunch of dudes in DR, bunch of dudes that got wives back in the States that are quality women. They didn't come to the States for a green card. They didn't come to the States because they weren't making it in their own country. I know women that came to the States because that's where their husband lived. And that just blows y'all mind, doesn't it? I know women that actually moved to the United States because the man that they fell in love with just so freaking happened to work and live, and his family is in the States. They ain't sponsoring mom and dad back home. And then this the funny part. We talk about, well, should be taking care of family. We do the same thing back home. I know it's plenty of time when my mom was alive, I sent her money for years. So let's not act like we in the United States don't take care of our moms and dads. Let's not act like in the United States, some of us don't send money back to our mama. Don't act like when young kids get drafted in the NFL, I'm gonna buy a house for my mama. We do the same thing, but then we get to foreign countries, and when the foreign woman says, I want to do stuff for my mom and my daddy, you trying to use me. All of us want to do something for our parents. So stop acting like it's just in the United States we want to do something for our parents. It's global. It's global. Your woman wants to do something for her parents just like you want to do something for yours if they're still around. But let's go back to the video. No, let's go back to the comments. Shout out to my man Sean once again, who started all this, rant. My man Wayne Hill in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being here, Wayne. He said, you're a cooking coach. I'm trying, brother. I'm just trying to share a little bit of information. Aikens in the building. Shout out to you. Salute Andre and the chat here. Chat lives matter. Chat lives matter. My man Chris Jet in the building. 313.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with
Them
me.
Detroit boys. He said, be selfish before you be selfless. Bruh. Do you know that what you just stated, I wrote down dang near verbatim in my notes yesterday? Right here. Almost verbatim. Be selfish before you be selfless. I literally wrote that down. You can't help others if you ain't helping yourself. Well, I got money. Some of you dudes ain't mentally ready to share pros. You know why some of us ain't millionaires? You ready? Okay, I ain't gonna do it like that. Jim Rohn, the motivational speaker, said this. When he first made his first million, he went to his mentor. He said, I made my first million. You know his mentor told him, congratulations. Go ahead, make another million. Jim Rohn said this, the famous motivational speaker from the 80s and 90s, just died in the 2000s. He said his mentor told him this. Since you got $1 million, you better hurry up and become a millionaire, or you're going to lose that $1 million. That's going to go over some of y'all head. He told him, being a millionaire is not making the $1 million. It's being a millionaire to be able to keep and continue to go on making more millions. But if you aren't a millionaire, you'll lose that first million. So he told him, you better hurry up and become a millionaire, or you're going to lose that first million. One of the reasons why God don't trust some of us to make $1 million, boy, you act a damn fool with your $80,000 paycheck. You act a fool with your $57,000 a year paycheck. You sending money to chicks in other countries with your $110,000 paycheck. Could you imagine how stupid your ass would be with $1 million? You stupid now. You make $50K, $60K, $70K, $40K a year. You act a damn fool in Western Union now. You think God is stupid enough to trust you with $1 million? Well, I'm in school for, I don't care. I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of you dudes going to graduate Theo Wolf's class successfully, and you going to put the money. You're going to get hired with a great career, great job, and you won't be like Theo wise with your money. See, you think being like Theo is about getting the certifications and then getting hired and then making the six figures. No, being like Theo is after you get the job and then you're hired, and then what do you do with the proceeds after that? After you're in the high or the mid or the low six figures, what are you going to do with the money after that? That's what it's like to be like Theo. Some of y'all think it's being like Theo is getting hired for the job. No, that's just the beginning. Being like Theo is, okay, now I'm making these six figures. I better start thinking like a six-figure brother. Because if I don't, I'm going to F all this up. And God knows that some of y'all, you would F up $1 million. Give you a pretty chick and some money, and you will F it up every single time. How do you know, God? Because you effing up 50,000, sending chicks money, feeding their families, sitting back lying to yourself when she lied to you about starting a business, telling you that she gonna get her visa and she ain't never got a visa. And you done sent her $5,000 for 5 attorneys and she still ain't got a visa. It does not take $5,000 to get a visa. You doing that with 50, 60,000? God ain't gonna trust you with no 150,000. You better save yourself first. Get your mindset together first. Focus on you first. Be a little selfish first. Comma, black man. If you can't do that, if you can't think about you, why the hell you think somebody else gonna think about you? Can you answer that one for me? If you can't be your own hookup, because you know black folks, we like to hook up. If you can't be your own hookup, how the hell you gonna be somebody else's hookup? How? How you gonna be somebody else's hookup? You can't be your own damn hookup. But then you want to be mad when it don't work out. Man, them Dominican women ain't ish. Man, forget them Colombian women. Man, I don't mess with them Venezuelan women no more. Man, I'm leaving Brazil. Man, I don't see why y'all mess with them Philippines. Man, them Ethiopian chicks, they be tripping. If you can't get you together and start focusing on you, how you go? If you can't save yourself, black man, how you going? Anybody that's a Superman fan knows this. What is Superman's biggest flaw? Anybody that's a true Superman fan knows this. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Spider-Man's greatest strength is this, that a lot of true Spider-Man fans knows this. Spider-Man's superpower is that he doesn't give up. If you ever want to watch all the Spider-Man movies and read Spider-Man comic books, his actual power is he does not give up. Spider-Man, you can stomp Spider-Man into the ground. His power is the ability to never quit on himself or others. That's his ability. He has strength and he can spin webs and all that, but his actual superpower beyond that is Spider-Man was written to never have the ability to give up. He doesn't quit at all, never. Unless Spider-Man is deleted, he does not ever, ever, ever quit. That's his power. Superman's weakness is this, not just kryptonite. He holds back. Anybody that's a true Superman fan knows Superman always holds back. He knows that if I punch somebody a certain level, I could punch through. If I could punch through a building, I could punch through a skull. Unlike Hulk gonna do it all. Everybody got to go with Hulk. Everybody got to go. Everybody gonna pay the piper with Hulk. He don't care who in the way. Everybody got to go with Hulk. Superman purposely holds back, so it's very rare that you actually see Superman whoop him up like he really want to whoop him up. We do that too, as men. You got to stop holding back when it comes to saving yourself, black man. I know you want to rescue everybody on the planet. I know as American men, we donate the most than any other country in the world. We always give it to other countries, and that's all we know is helping people. I got you. But there comes a time where you got to look out for you too. And I'm saying it now. You got to stop holding back. 2025, make it the year where you are not going to hold back, at least this year, on looking out for you. You looked out for mom. Cool. Great. You're still looking out for mom and dad. Cool. Great. I got you. You got your sister that you're paying for through college. Got you. Understand. You got the kids to take care of. Cool. But when it comes to women in other countries, bruh, you got to save yourself. Stop sending them proceeds. Okay. You ready? If she care that much about you, stop being a bitch. Stop sending money for a month. Your woman cares that. Oh, she care? The one you got in this phone? She care. You been what? How many years? Y'all been dating off and on? How many? 3-4 years? Don't send her no money for 30 days. Don't send her nothing for 30 days. Answer your phone. How you doing, babe? Do all the regular stuff. You ain't sending no money. You ain't talking about money. Don't ask me about no money. If she down for you, she down for you. But some of y'all ain't trying to see that truth of if she ain't down for you. So you gonna keep on sending that money when these cameras go off, ain't you? Hell yeah. You soft. Brother, you ain't got to lie to me. Bro, I'm your brother. I'm your barbershop brother. You do not have to come on this channel and lie.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh yeah.
You ain't got this a place of truth. You ain't got to lie here. We let Craig and everybody else come in. You ain't got to lie, Craig. We let Craig and everybody else come in. These cameras go off, you gonna still send them proceeds, and you are not gonna treat her the way she treats you. I'll say that again. You would never treat her the way that she treats you. And that ain't her job. I'm gonna say it again. It's not her job to save you, black man. It's your job. Save yourself, black man. If she treats you like trash, it ain't her job to save you. If she asks you for money all the time, it ain't her job to save you. That's why she asks for money all the time. It ain't her job to save you. If she cheating on you, it ain't her job to save you. If you know that your chick in Medellin, you ain't got no real confidence in, it is not her job to save you. If she come from an impoverished family, here we go. Y'all ready? What was the thing that I mentioned to you guys? Well, I've said this over the last 6 years. When I first sat down with Andrea's family, the first thing I said to her father, the first thing, I am not looking for a wife. I'm looking for a family. I'm examining a family. I am probing a family. I am putting under the microscope a family. That's the first thing I said to her dad. I'm not just looking for a good woman coming from a broke family. I'm not looking for a woman that's coming from a family that's broken and ain't nobody married and everybody full of divorces. I'm not looking for a woman that's coming from a family that has no spiritual guidance or leadership. I'm not looking for a woman coming from a family where everybody's fat and obese and they eat unhealthy foods. I'm looking for a woman that's coming from a family. Remember when the little girls, when we were young, they used to play jacks. They would take the ball, bounce it, and they would scoop up the jacks. I'm scooping up all the jacks. I didn't give a damn how wonderful Andrea was. Let me see the family. If the family wasn't, it wouldn't be no Andrea and Andrea. I'm going to say that again. And me and Andrea talk about this all the time. If Andrea came from a family like your woman come from, there would be no Andrea and Andrea. And the same for me. If I came from an ancient family, she shouldn't want to be with me. Because I'm the offspring of ain't it, if that was the case. Some of you dudes don't know how. My number one coming down from the Shaolin Temple. Number one, I asked plenty of questions, and I wanted a woman that asked plenty of positive, insightful questions. Number two, I looked at the freaking family. Looking at the woman. I know the woman got a beautiful face, beautiful body, beautiful demeanor, blah, 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 blah. I don't care if she's the most educated. I don't care if she just this, that, she own this and that. What is her, the people I got to deal with, this South America, the people you got to deal with in Brazil, day in, day out, if you move there. What is her family about? If they coming from down from one of them damn favelas, if you got to drive up a hill in Colombia to get to her family, in Brazil, up a hill to get to her family, y'all better start examining these families, dog. Y'all sitting up here feeding. These families been around for 4 generations. Y'all act like if you don't feed them, ain't nobody gonna feed them. These families been around for 12 generations living in these South American countries, living in these Philippine countries. 12 generations. And you wasn't around for generation 3. You wasn't around for generation 8. You wasn't around for generation 10. You act like if you don't send her money, her family just gonna starve to death. It's gonna end with this generation if you don't send her some proceeds. You Western Union poppy mother. Your job first. If you're gonna relocate to another country, if you're gonna frequently visit another country, if you want to start a business in another country, or if you just want to have peace in another country, your job is to SYSBM. That's your job. You got one job. Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do your one job? Saving her. Forget rescuing her family from their plights. Can you spend here we go. Y'all ready? Can you spend 1 year, 2025? Can you spend I know you've been with her for how many? I don't give a damn. 1 year. SYS, black man. A lot of y'all can do it. Most of y'all can't. I'm saying it right now in January. Most of you dudes, you can't even save your damn self for 1 year. You can't focus on your own health mentally, physically, financially, spiritually for 1 year. You can't focus on having positive people in your positive life for 1 year. You can't focus on eating healthy foods for 1 year. You can't even focus on having good people in your phone for 1 year. You can't even do that for 1 year. You know why? Because you got to let her raggedy go if you decide to SYSBM. That's why I say SYSBM does not work for most men, because most men are not out to save themselves. You just say it as a tagline. You put it on a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, or you say it like it's just a fun little thing for TikTok. You are not trying to save yourself, you lying mother. Because if you were trying to save yourself, that would not be in your phone, and she damn sure wouldn't be in your life. There is no way in hell you will have a raggedy chick in your life and at the same time trying to save yourself at least for 1 year, comma, black man. You can sell that book to somebody else. You could say that to somebody that gives, they'll fall for that. They'll fall for that. Like I said, y'all can go on Razor Rays, and not because of Ray, but because of his panel. You can argue with them clowns all the live long day. Y'all can cuss each other out, fuss each other out, and lie to each other all day long. Take your over to Razor Rays and go over and end up on DC Robs and go to other panels, man. Take your ass over there. We are not about to lie to you over here. You will not make it a year trying to save yourself because that bitch in your phone ain't shit. And in order to save yourself, you got to get rid of that bitch, and you know that you can't do it. You ain't got the balls to do it. She been sucking your balls for 2 years, making you nuts so damn good. She been doing all that amazing stuff in DR, amazing stuff in Brazil, amazing stuff. She cooked for me. She this for me, she that for me. She rubbed me on my back. She made me feel like a man, because the American woman, the Western woman ain't all that. But you can say whatever you want, and these cameras can go off. But you cannot tell me, as a Libra, you know I weigh shit. You can't tell me you saving yourself, black man, and at the same time you got an ain't shit bitch on this side. No way. No way. You got friends. Her family ain't. Her friends ain't. She got 2 kids by 2 American. Ain't no way in. You can't tell me. I'm a Libra. It doesn't balance. It doesn't balance, bruh. I would rather I'm patient in my choosing, and while I'm being patient in my choosing, I'm saving myself. I'm doing positive things for myself. I'm focused on things. I'm building my hobbies. I'm meeting some good people. Hey, if I didn't smash on this trip, I'll smash on the next trip. Whatever it may be, I would rather be patient in my journey than some of you thirsty mother that everybody laugh at. You the dude that in all you so-called SYSBMs that don't balance it out, you the ones that end up on World Star. You ain't never seen none of those quality dudes on World Star. Doesn't pick Andres. World Star don't pick Richie Max. They don't pick my boy passports, purpose passports, and love passports. I always get it messed up. Over in DR, him and his wife. Purpose passports and love passports. I hope I get it right. I was just talking to them the other day. That's the crazy part. World Star don't pick us. World Star does not pick Travel ORD. My man Steven with his wife in the States, and they travel and they do amazing things. They don't pick my man Fearless, him and his wife that just had a beautiful baby. They don't pick them. World Star don't pick us. They pick y'all. They pick y'all. Just in case you wondering, who the hell World Star looking for? They ain't looking for us. They don't look for couples that are happy and all these couples that's on camera and off camera that are living great lives. They don't pick none of them couples, those couples that I just showed you in that video. They do not pick us. They pick you. You got up bitches in your phone, they cannot wait for one of your bitches to fuck up. They can't wait. World Star be saliving. They be like, whoa, I can't wait for this dude who call himself SYSBM, but he got a raggedy yuck mouth trifling trick in his phone, chick in his phone. I can't wait for her to do some stupid stuff and they get it on camera and we can put it on World Star. That's what World Star does. They don't wait for us. They wait for you, mother. Don't you ever think World Star waiting around for us positive couples, positive people, dudes that start businesses in Thailand. You don't end up in World Star. The brothers that own hotels in Cartagena and Airbnbs in Cartagena, you don't end up on World Star. All you dudes that got 2 or 3 girlfriends in Africa and y'all working it out and it works good for you, you ain't gonna be on World Star. Hell no, you ain't gonna be on World Star because you in a polygamy relationship and it works out. No, they waiting for dudes like most of you dudes that got effed up relationships for some effed up stuff to happen. Why? Because you are not gonna save yourself, black man. They know it, you know it, I know it. So all that save yourself, black man, boy, you until you do it. Stop telling the other dudes to do it. Stop putting in the comment section of videos, female videos, Western women. See, Danica Marie, that's what brothers need to say themselves. Stop putting that in Danica Marie. Stop putting that in Crimson Cures. SYSBM, Crimson Cure. Save yourself, black man. Stop putting that in there. I said it. Stop putting it in there. Because you ain't saving yourself. Comma. Black man. White man. Latin man. You ain't saving yourself. These cameras gonna go off tonight. These lights are gonna go out and you still gonna have that no good, ungrateful, selfish bitch in your phone, just like you had her in your phone last night. Your woman ain't shit. She wasn't shit 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and 10 years from now. Guess what she gonna be? She ain't gonna be shit. And you ain't gonna want to admit that to yourself. When these cameras go off, you gonna keep her in your phone because you don't want to admit to yourself you fucked up when it came to choosing a woman. Or you want to do like a lot of men. If I let her go, then another dude gonna get her. Another dude gonna get her. Why? She ain't shit. Guess what? I'm gonna hurt your feelings for real. You ready? You thought I hurt your feelings the last hour. You ready? You do know that before you got that ain't shit bitch, there was another dude before you that thought like you, I'm gonna keep her because she's so pretty. She give the sex so good. And she can cook, and she funny, and she rubbed my back. You know she was rubbing the back of another dude. And the reason he didn't let her go, because he thought if he let her go, another dude would come along. And you was that other dude that eventually came along. He finally let go. You do realize that, don't you? You do realize this ain't her first time being an ain't shit bitch. You do realize that, right? You do realize your woman being no good, you ain't the first one to experience that, right? You do realize that, right? You do realize half the dudes in your phone that you meet in other countries, they ain't ish either. They don't help you with nothing either. You do realize half them dudes in your phone right now from other countries, they ain't shit either. You do realize that, right? They wasn't shit with the last dudes that got off the plane and they did them dirty, and them dudes gonna eventually do your ass dirty, but you got them in your phone. So stop acting like you're the first one. All she needed was somebody to rescue her. You do know that you ain't the first one she told that lie to. I want to get off the streets. I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to do something with my life. I want to go to school. You do know that you about the 5th pay for play that she told that lie to. You do realize that. Let's get all the lies that you've been telling yourself out there. Because when these cameras go off, you're going to keep on lying. So we might as well go ahead and talk about the lies anyway. We might as well go ahead and get the lies on out there. Since you going to lie off camera, let's go ahead and lie on camera. You do realize she ain't the first Westerner. You ain't the first Westerner that she cooked for. You ain't the first Western dick that she done sucked. You do realize that. No, you do realize that. You ain't the first dude from America that she let put it in her booty. You are not the first anal expert. No, she lied. Bruh, you are not the first one to put in her booty, bruh. Let's get that lie out the way. You are not. Stop acting like you the first one. You are not the first one. You are not the only one. And guess what? When you gone, some other dude gonna put it in her booty too. She like it in her booty, bruh. She like it in her booty. Before you came along, she been putting her, bruh. Local dudes been giving her anal. She lied to you. Yes, I know you believe. You try to pretend like, oh my God, this is the first time I done had anal in about 10 years. I done been able to put it in somebody's booty. I got you, bruh. Understand. I understand. I got you. I'm your boy. But you got to understand, you ain't the first and you ain't going to be the last. All that rescuing chicks from themselves. Why you wasting your energy when all these, the part that gets me the most, Sean, the part that gets me the most, Sean, is the fact that you guys walk around like there aren't any quality women that are interested in you, when that's a lie. Before we go back to the video, I mean that. The biggest lie that I see men of the SYSBM movement tell themselves is quality women around the world are not attracted or interested in you. That's a lie. There are so many single quality women in these countries that would love to spend time and energy with you, in intimacy with you. You just don't give them a chance. You would rather lie and say that woman is so gorgeous and she is the assistant to that doctor. There is no way in hell she would want to be with me. Why? Because you tell yourself that while you're in the States or in UK or in Canada. You tell yourself that professional, gorgeous women don't want you. So you think that that's what it's like in South America because that's how heifers are in North America. When it's not true. You think that women that are quality are not interested in quality men. You are a quality man. I'll say that again. You are a quality man. The only problem that you're doing is you're not saving yourself, black man, as a quality man. Therefore, you allow yourself to get yourself full of phones of bottom feeder. Dude, I could understand if you had 1 or 2 bottom feeder chicks. I ain't no hater. But if your whole phone is full of bitches that ain't shit, or if your phone is full of 1 chick and she ain't shit, what are you doing? When there's so many women in these countries that got an apartment. I remember one brother hit me up the other day. He said, Dre, he said, I'm gonna send you some photos. I said, okay, cool. He said, I really like this chick, man. She's a good chick over here on the other side of Cali. And he said, Dre, she got her own business. He said, here's photos of her apartment. I've been there several times. Here's photos that I've taken of her. She dresses real nice. This is sister in Cali. Really nice, cool dude. He said, the only thing I don't like, Dre, she has a gay friend. I said, well, what industry is she in? And he said, well, she's in the beauty industry. She owns a salon. I said, bruh, of course she gonna have a gay friend. I said, that's before you or even after you leave. The gay friend, I say that's part of the industry that she's in, dude. Her one gay friend doesn't want her. If he wanted her, he would have got her long before you and I got off the plane. I say, if you really like this young lady and she looks like from the video, the pictures and everything that you sent me and all the nice things, she's got her own this, she's got her own that. Dude, don't F it up. Go see how far it goes. You never know. He said, well, I do like her. She likes me. We're good. You know, we're good together. We gel together. Her energy matches my energy. And I'm like, dude, I'm happy for you. Don't mess it up. We're so used to bad, raggedy ass chicks that when good ones come along, we don't know how to act. We so used to paying for play for 2 or 3 years and dealing with beautiful bottom feeders for 4 or 5 years that by the time 1 or 2 good ones come along year 7, we kind of like, oh, no, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? She's quality. You're supposed to sit back and enjoy the journey. Now, she might not be the one. Well, she may not be one of the ones. But for now, just enjoy your journey, brother. You got a quality woman. She's not out there scoping nobody. She got her own business. She's got her own place. She dressed very attractive. She's a beautiful sister. Enjoy yourself. I met another brother who hit me up, Dre. I got one. She works at so-and-so and so. She's not a jealous chick. This sister was bad. And I forget what her career is. But it was really, it was very professional. He was like, yeah, man, we've been hanging out off and on. And I go over to her place and she bought me this and she's buying stuff. I said, brother, enjoy the journey. Enjoy yourself. You ain't got to fall in love. You ain't got to, just enjoy the journey for now. The getting to know each other and enjoying each other's company phase. We're so used to having messed up chicks in our lives, whether it be in the States or in other countries. When quality women in these other countries come along, we sometimes forget that we deserve to have quality. You dudes deserve, after all the hard work you put in back home in the States as a man, I don't care what race you are, you deserve to be with quality women when you go to other countries. Now, if you on party mode, you got a bunch of party girls, I'm cool with that, but I'm talking to guys that are looking for quality. And if you found a quality woman, dude, enjoy your journey. Don't fuck it up. Don't assume, man, so some other dude gonna come along and get this. She too good to be true. No, she ain't, because she thinking the same thing about you. I'll say it again. SYSBM, you supposed to take care of yourself and save yourself so much and take care of yourself and be there for yourself so much that by the time you meet her, she think that you too good to be true. This man has saved himself. He's taking care of himself. He is well groomed. He's smelling good. He's got a sense of humor. He's got a spiritual side about him, but he's a thug enough to smash somebody. Hey, listen, he is SYSBM. You deserve quality. You deserve quality. You deserve quality, not just quantity. I hear brothers on YouTube bragging about all the coochies that they've been getting. Cool. I ain't no hater. But I'm at the stage of life, man. Give me peace from quality. Shout out to my man Kirby Films in the building. Happy New Year to you too, brother. And once again, shout out to my man Tone in the building. Show you some love, Tone. Appreciate you, Tony. Let's go back to the videos. Let us go back. Now, let me add this one to the stage. If you don't want to save yourself, this is what ends up happening.
She has the total backing and validation of her parents, plus TikTok, all external sources of validation, and it's...
She got a TikTok account. We're going to go over that in a minute.
Position.
I do remember this, the white dude that said that his Philippine girlfriend has become Americanized and she's leaving him with the kids.
My feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that.
And he
point.
on TikTok
But
telling the business too.
I'm pretty. I'm at peace with what has occurred.
That's how when you ain't saving yourself. Is this man saving himself, black man? Would you go on TikTok, putting you and your woman's business out there on TikTok, and you think, what was TikTok supposed to do? Was TikTok supposed to rally around him and say, yeah, man, see, you should have never brought that woman to the States. Yeah, man, she wrong. You bringing her, and you got her a 4-floor mansion, and she should be a preacher. Was TikTok supposed to say all that? Okay, if TikTok wasn't supposed to say all that for the white man that didn't save himself, why the hell y'all want to come on Love Crossing Borders and expect me to be the same way, rescuing you and shit and co-signing your bullshit if I know your woman ain't shit? A lot of you dudes are smart. I'm gonna tell you something. Me and Andrea noticed this. Don't think we don't notice it. Me and Andrea do notice when you dudes bring quality women around us, and when you dudes know I can't bring her around Andrea and Andrea. We do notice that. We notice that when you dudes know when your woman ain't shit and you know better than to ask us out on a double date. You know better than that. We notice it too. Don't think we don't notice it. We don't think we're better than anybody, but we know if you are a quality dude and I'm a quality dude and I got a quality woman, you know that your woman's supposed to be quality. So all 4 of us are quality. You're quality, Andrea's quality, I'm quality. But if you bring a raggedy bitch around, you know, don't bring that woman around Andrea and Andrea. Why? Because the other 3 are quality. Your bitch ain't shit. You know it. You know it, I know it. And me and Andrea will sit back and be like, yeah, he knew better than bring that bitch around us. We be knowing too, I swear. We be knowing for real. We know when y'all have a good woman and y'all be like, hey, Dre, I want you to meet my girl. She real cool, da-da-da. We know how hype and how happy you be. And we know how you are when it comes, and patient you are when it comes to choosing women. So we're like, if he says that he got one as patient as he is, okay, let's meet her. But all you dudes that run through women, oh man, shit. Don't think y'all gonna be hanging out with us. No time too soon. No time too soon. Let's go back to the video. Shout out to my man Anton Dad.
What could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not gonna be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore.
You done been that your entire life.
Thanks.
And I tell guys this all the time. Whatever you are here, and again, I think that the family court laws here need to be updated. But just because you take yourself overseas and you bring back a chick, don't mean that you any different. It don't mean that they look at you any less than a simp. You bring these chicks over here or you go over there, they look at you as a come up. And you paying for box, and that's cool if y'all want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is that you're going to do when you want to do it. Don't matter if you're black, white, or whatever. Passport bros is passport bros. And I'm not against going where you appreciate it instead of where you tolerate it. But what makes you think that they not tolerating you there too? If you the man here, then you're going to be the man there. If you're not the man here, then you're not going to be the man there. And just because they put on a chameleon face a little bit better because they got a lot more at stake to come up. And then 2 years to the day, they get over here. They get on TikTok and they start to find a tribe and a sister code. And just because they Filipina and you get on TikTok and you do the same thing talking about you're not going to be a simp no more, dog, you probably the better part of 60, 50 something, 60. It's too late. You already are who you are. You're not going to switch up. Wherever you go is where you taking yourself with you. You're not going to change just because you go over to a different country and they're not going to look at you any differently. Sorry.
A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation.
As if he didn't know this prior to bringing her over. Relationships take 2 people. He looked like he right around my age, right? Over 50. So we supposed to pretend like you didn't already know that relationships take 2 people and you're 50 years old. 50 plus years old. No, you decide to ignore all the red flags, bring you a ish that ain't ish to the States, and hope that it was going to work out.
She's made the announcement, made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines.
Taking your kids.
And
taking your kids to the Philippines.
She's an adult.
Crazy.
She has accountability. It's on her to come.
So she decided that she ain't even staying in the States. Nobody caught that. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's trying to make it seem like she's there for a green card and she just left him. She came over and she got a green card. No, listen to him. He said she talking about going back home. I keep trying to tell y'all, everybody ain't trying to move to the States. I don't know why y'all keep thinking every woman wants to move to the great United States of America. With the convicted president that's getting sentenced and everything. Everybody want to move. No, every woman does not want to move to America. She got her feel of America. Her family like, girl, you need to come on home, bring them kids, forget what he talking about. But leave that damn mansion. Leave him in that lonely big ass mansion and them fancy cars. Girl, come on. We get you home. We don't know what we gonna do to get you home, but we gonna get you home, girl. Come on. She ready to take them kids and going back to the house in the Philippines. So all you dudes that got money in mansions, all you Elmer J. Fudds, my name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. All you Elmer J. Fudds out there, Bugs Bunny fans, if you think just because you got money that your woman gonna stay with you, whether it be in the States or out of the States, this man is living proof. Having money ain't gonna keep a chick.
Come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it.
It's like a bad dream being relived,
surprise,
except for with a Filipino.
No more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster, and you know that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth. So
let's talk. Let's look at it. So she has TikTok too, and she has a large support group now, and she has some visibility. And this is her. Her name is J-Ann. Let's see what J-Ann has to say.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update.
And she speaks fluent English.
I'm safe, and the kids are safe. And
women in Philippines speak English as their second language. I'm so tired of Americans that's, I don't know, we're ignorant about many countries that speak English.
I just wanted to thank all of you for your positive comments, supporting me through this process, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I am not setting up any GoFundMe or any donations. It's
some of the things.
So she's not setting up any GoFundMe, any donations. I don't need your money. I'm going back to the house. You can hear some kids in the background while she was talking. I'm just taking my babies and I'm going back to the Philippines. Some of y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, what was my prophecy? Some of y'all passport bros gonna crash and burn with regrets. It's gonna be a lot more crashing and burning. While y'all wanna watch all the passport bros that get drugged in other countries and get robbed in other countries, get scammed in other countries, cool, I understand that. But you need to start watching all the passport bros that's crashing out too. Because there's going to be a lot more. It's not going to be less. This dude is not an anomaly. He's not somebody special. There's a lot of y'all that crash out off camera. Crashed up. Many of y'all gonna crash out in 2025 if you keep that heifer in your phone. Go ahead, go ahead. You think I'm lying? Okay. There's only one way to proof in the pudding. Some hard head make a soft ass. That's what your grandmama said. So go ahead. Keep her in your phone. Keep thinking that you can be the one to make her somebody in her life. She ain't never been nobody in her life before you got off the plane, has she? She ain't done nothing with her life before you got. Her family wasn't shit before you got off the plane, were they? Mom was broke. Grandma was broke. Everybody they ain't own no property, no land, no nothing. Don't own nothing. 3 generations prior to you getting off the plane, the family ain't off the plane. The family ain't own nothing. Ain't own nothing. So you think because you got your happy off the plane that the generations will change and the tide will turn because you came along. You rescue ranger skipping Dale mother. Because you came along, her life and her family's life is going to get better. If the family wasn't for 3 generations before you, guess what's that family going to be 3 generations after you? Ain't it? Yes, your woman, no, your woman ain't. She come from an ancient. The only thing your woman got is her looks and her ability to fuck you and suck you good. That's it. That's it. She can cook, she got looks, and she can and suck good. That's it. 3 criteria. That's it. She ain't got nothing to make your life peaceful. Eventually she gonna start arguing with you because you're gonna start smashing other chicks behind her back. I'm telling you now, guys, it's gonna be a lot of passport bros, a lot of red pillars, a lot of manosphere dudes, a lot of black manosphere dudes, a lot of you dudes. They got all that mouth for Western women. And then you go out here in the other countries, you do stupidity. It's going to be so many dudes in your late 50s, early 60s. You're going to be living with regret when it comes to this passport bro movement. If you do not SYSBM immediately. And I mean starting tomorrow morning when you wake up with a yawn, you need to be grabbing your phone, looking at your phone and deleting bitches out your phone so fast, man, as if this was a brand new cell phone. You need to be deleting women out your phone so fast as if it was brand new and you just got it from the store. But you not. You think I'm stupid? These cameras and lights gonna go off. You gonna wake up tomorrow morning and you gonna text that bitch. You've been texting her for 3 years, so why didn't you go? Why do you think I'm stupid enough to think you're not going to text her 3 years in one day? You going to text her? You going to lie to yourself in order to text her? She going to lie to you in order for you to text her back. How's your mama doing? Mom ain't shit. Oh, okay. How's your daddy doing? He still ain't shit either. Well, I know your brother. He's in school. Well, no, he dropped out of school. He still ain't shit. See, you ignore all that. If she was to literally tell you, listen, I'm only dealing with you for the money. My family ain't shit, and really, I ain't gonna be shit. And all that I told you about college, I ain't gonna be shit. I ain't going to college, man. Damn college. I ain't going nowhere. Your ass would still wake up in the morning and text her. You know it, and I know it. Even if she told you the truth, I'm still fucking my baby daddy. I ain't gonna never be shit in life. You could be with me. You've been with me 3 years, bruh. I ain't gonna be shit for 30 years. In my 80s, I ain't gonna be shit. She can tell you that whole truth, and your insecure ass will still the day after text her. Well, what do you mean about you not being shit? Do you need more money from me? Send. I will help you become somebody. Send. What do you need for school? Send. I will make sure that you have money for the kids. Send. Here's money for your mama. Send. Your daddy needs some money for drinking because he's an alcoholic. Send. You will still, a week from now and all of 2025, that's why I already know most dudes will never, and that's why I said SYSBM does not work. Why? Because most black men that use their passports are not trying to save themselves. There's only a few of us. I'll say that again. There's only a few of us with our passports that's trying to save ourselves. The rest of y'all could give less than a damn about saving yourself. You just say it just to be saying it. Ain't shit about you and your woman that says that you want to save yourself by giving you peace, by giving you health, by giving you real joy and giving you real happiness for the next 30 years. Ain't shit about you and that bitch that says you gonna have peace for the next 30 years dealing with that bitch. There's nothing about you that says that you want to have peace. Most dudes do not want SYSBM, and that's why it's not gonna work. Those of us that do use it, y'all piggybacking off of us. Y'all gleaming off of us that have succeeded. You put out a couple videos like this one right here. You put out a couple videos.
Are reckless and they are destructive to the environment.
That are doing some good
They
things,
have a place to stay.
things,
But once they get to a certain,
whether they be of the same race or different races, you put out videos
age,
showing different couples.
the women either die off, or those women.
And so you gleam off of us that are trying to save ourselves as black men. But in all sincerity, most dudes I see with passports are not trying to save themselves, black men. And that's why SYSBM is not fucking working. Can it work? Yes. And that's why I put out the call. Can you actually, as a man, finally be a fucking man about your life? And for 1 year, SYSBM, save yourself when it comes to your health, your finances, your spirituality, the people who you network with, the people who you let into your life, and the people who you kick the fuck out your life. Can you do that for yourself for 1 year? Most dudes can't, and most dudes ain't. And that's why when it comes to the SYS portion of the Passport Bro movement, I call bullshit. I call SYSBM bullshit. I said it, and I'll say it 100 times over. It's bullshit because most black men are not trying to save themselves. You travel and you treat yourself like you're shit. You treat your own life like it's a rental car. You tear your life up. Some of you dudes, your life in other countries and the women that you deal with in other countries is worse than the women, are worse than the women back in the States and how they acted. At least you knew with the women in the States, they had a job and you was gonna get some coochie. Yeah, they talk about take me to a 5-star restaurant and all that stuff and cash at me. And you looking at them like, whatever, girl, spread your legs. And they usually spread their legs anyway. At least you know that in the States, you gonna get you some coochie. If you ain't gonna get nothing else in the States, you can get you some coochie. UK, you the same way. Canada, you the same way. Women like this smash. But at least you know the chick had a job to go to the next morning for the most part. Then you go to other countries and you treat yourself far worse when it comes to ladies. I said that on purpose. You treat yourself far worse than American women ever treated you. You treat yourself far worse than American women have ever and will ever treat you. American women just all about talking for the most part. You, on the other hand, your actions, American women and what they say about you cannot compete to how you treat yourself in other countries. You treat yourself like shit. You know it and I know it. I don't know why you want to walk on. Yeah, see, I saw all the comments with, yeah, save yourself, black man. Say why? Why we want to have the moniker "Save Yourself, Black Man" if you ain't saving your damn self? Y'all funny, man. Let's go back to this video.
I've learned as a girl who makes money weekly by video calling and chatting with foreign men.
She said, I make money weekly by video chatting and talking with foreign men.
The number one on my list is country flags. Yes, if you stop me on the road now and ask me and show me 20 different country flags, I will know all of them, because from the app that I work on, you can see their flags, and when you talk to them often, you get acquainted with their country flags and you know that this person is from this country. So anywhere you see that flag, because of the kind of work I do, I already know that this is the country's flag. Their language, yes, I learned basic things from their languages. I'd not say I learned all their language completely, or I know how to speak their language, but the basic things in their language, you'll be able to know it, because the app, not all of them that I talk to are English speaking men, because they are men from different countries. So the app translates whatever they say in their language to English for me. But when I see what they say regularly, like when I talk to 100 Chinese men and they repeat this particular basic phrase like "how are you" in their country, I will know what it is if anyone was to tell me.
She said, I speak to 100 Chinese men. This world is sad with lonely men. This world is filled with lonely ass men. Damn. Shout out to Hombre. He says this. Shout out to you with the super chat, brother. He says, Andre, random question. What's your favorite cut of steak and how do you prefer to cook it? Asking the chat as well. So all you guys in the chat, this question is for all of us. As a pescatarian for the last almost 40 years, I couldn't tell you what the latest steaks taste like because I haven't eaten beef, chicken, or any form of poultry and pork in almost 40 years. I'll eat my vegetarian, my fruit, and seafood. And I'm limited on the type of seafood that I eat. So if you ask me about the seafood, I'm your guy as a pescatarian. But I can tell you about a cut of steak. I haven't even grilled, and I love being on the grill, but I haven't even grilled steak in forever. So I wouldn't know, brother. And there we go. The answer to that question. That's a great question. Let the rest of you guys answer it. Let's go back to the video.
What was "how are you" in Chinese. The third one is it will make you rethink if you actually want a white man in your life, because it opens you to a whole lot of things. It makes you see things differently. It makes you see the men differently. Like if you are those type of girls that fantasize about white men or how you want to get married to a white man, it can actually shift your mentality, because talking to men from different countries, yeah, it's kind of like as if you are in their country too, and you are like, so this is how these men are. What one on my list is, you'd be surprised at how many things they sub for this world, like the fetishes you will hear, the requests, the things that people derive pleasure from that you never actually thought existed. Yeah, the app will open you to that. It also makes me realize that girls are the prize, because these men will literally pay to talk to girls. Still the same men that will be like, oh, girls are this, girls are that. At the end of the day, girls are still the center of everything, and that's on period. And
she said at the end of the day, based on her career, the women are everything. I've always thought, because of what we bring to the table, that we men are the prize. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe because of the proof is in the pudding. You know, I'm a stats guy. Stats showing this young lady talk about all the men from around the world that she's making money off of. Getting paid every week from lonely, empty men. They have money to be able to afford these calls. OnlyFans. Women are saying, hey, listen, not all of us, but many of us are walking away with millions. I forgot that one house or something full of cute young ladies that they opened up, I believe in California. I forgot what it's called, that does videos. These women made $10 million in 1 week. As a stats man, I might have to admit, just based on the stats, maybe women, because of thirst, maybe they are the prize. We prize them as such. We don't want to save ourselves as black men. White men with their fetishes and off the wall crazy stuff that they ask women. Men in the States and the wells around the world paying millions upon millions in OF. Maybe because we're so damn thirsty, no matter what race it is, because of thirst, maybe women are the prize. Kingdoms have not fallen because of men, but many kingdoms have fallen because of women. Maybe I was wrong in believing that men could save themselves, but they won't. And it looks like it's getting worse and worse as time progresses. And maybe me sitting back encouraging men to be men, I'm just wasting my breath. Because maybe women are the prize, and there's so many thirsty men that when these cameras go off, y'all gonna still keep those women in y'all phone because you don't prize yourself. And maybe I'm just looking like a fool for coming on YouTube every week trying to encourage men and let men know that after building civilizations and going through wars and everything, that you are the prize. He said, okay, Andre, give me your favorite seafood. I would say lionfish is probably one of my favorite fishes that I've ever had in terms of your preference. And Andre always makes, I forgot what it's called with the shrimp that Andre always makes. It's really good, man. We made some seafood today. Woo, we killed it. So, what's the one with the shrimp, babe, that you make all the time? Andrea, what's the one that you make with the shrimp and that we also get from our favorite restaurant? Ceviche. That's it. Ceviche. Oh, I love some ceviche, man. That's one of my favorites too. So yeah. Also, what sea fish do you shun? I kind of stay away from too many. I can't say stay away. I try not to eat shrimp and lobster and bottom feeder fish too often. I eat them as a delicacy. You know, every once in a while I'll hit a lobster. Every once in a while we'll hit some shrimp, but we don't do shrimp all the time. And the reason for that is because they're an extremely salty sea creature. Not just because they're bottom feeders, but they're very salty. They have a lot of sodium in them as sea creatures, and therefore, your body's good for a certain amount of salt or sodium, but not as much as those fish. And I remember when I first became a pescatarian, and I'm just eating all the shrimp and seafood I can imagine. I went to the doctor. My doctor said, boy, if you don't cut down on whatever it is you eating that's putting all that sodium in your system. I was like, what are you talking about, doc? He was like, dude, you are not doing good, man. And I was like, what's going on? And it was from, I was just cooking like every other day. It was shrimp this, shrimp that, lobster, crab. You know, I'm living in Florida. So Florida, we got fresh crabs. So you got crab. You can go pick your crabs out while he's still alive. Let me get that one. Let me get 25 of those crabs. So you cracking crabs all day like you do in Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. All the good crab out there. So I'm cracking crab all the time. I'm eating shrimp and I'm eating lobster all the time. Man, my system was like, what are you doing? Doc was like, Dre, you cannot eat crustacean like that. You know, periodically cool, but all the time, no. So those are the ones that I kind of like shunned from a little bit. Shout out to my man Sean in the building. Once again, Andre enjoying it. He said, got to get on my podcast and we'll be listening in the background. Much love. Go ahead, do what you do, Sean. Do what you do, brother. And when you get a chance, man, drop the link to your podcast so we can all listen in. Let me go back to the video. And I appreciate you for the $20 donation, brother.
Anyways, that's all I can say for now. If you're a girl and you also want to make money weekly and you need someone to guide you, you can always watch my pinned video. Registration is 5K. Registration is 5K. I'm shouting it now. Don't come to my DMs telling me, oh, so there's payment. I never knew that there was payment. So for interested people, I'll drop my number below. You can still watch my pinned videos so you'll know have more in-depth details in what I'm talking about. Okay? All right. Ciao.
It's all about the money. It's not your color. Look, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret as a solo traveler. And some of y'all not gonna like it because you may fall on one side of the aspect, and some of y'all may agree because you know exactly what I'm talking about. This can apply to every woman in the world, but we gonna stick to Thai women because I'm in Thailand. A lot of guys give the advice that they only want your money, but a lot of guys aren't me. Let me explain. When all you have is money to offer, for the ones who are not in that business, it's not about the money for them. Maybe that's just all you have to offer as a traveler. You specifically. I was in the club last week with a dude who looked like Rufus the Naked Mole Rat and Sid from Ice Age, and he was with the baddest woman in there. And she was giving me eye contact like, please, so she could. That was for money. Sometimes the guy who always has to pay up is the guy that no one can stand to be around, regardless of looks. Versus me, I've been around women who assured me that they are not here for that, like they enjoy my presence. I was just out yesterday and some ladies treated me to Korean barbecue and bought me drinks.
Make sure we subscribe to our brother Sean. Support this channel.
There's some bosses out here too. There's some Thai women that get to that bag too. When you come here as a traveler, if all you have to offer is money, yeah, they're gonna take it. I talk about this in my ebook, but they treat some of us different. And yes, there are women that want you to pay for everything, but thank God I moved to a country where the currency is a third of the US dollar. So I can't sum this up to just being a black man. You're right, it's not about my color. Me being chocolate is icing to the cake. That's chocolate icing to the cake. What people really see is this. They see this in how I move with integrity. I make people feel good. My presence is a gift, literally. That is just as good as money. And if I'm spending some money, I'm spending some money. But for the guys who have to pay out and they accepted that reality, pay out, big fella.
3 ways not to get attached to a toxic Filipina. Number 1, avoid a girl who has a lot of kids and just want financial support from you. Avoid them at all costs if you want a peaceful life. Number 2, don't date a girl who has a lot of history with foreigners. They often just want money from you. Date a girl who just wants to date you and is contented just hanging out with you. Number 3, avoid a Filipina who is always out with her friend because she is too busy with other people, especially if she has so many social medias with different names. Number 4, avoid a Filipina who always asks for money. That way you can see her true colors. Number 5, get a girl who doesn't complain to have a simple life with you. Avoid the one who really likes material things. You're welcome, Saranghe!
I'll say it straight. There's women right now today that are still with dudes because of the status and not because of the intellect inside of them. Because they know that that man has a good amount of money that gives them that lifestyle. And they rather stay with the lifestyle and get hurt, be abused, get treated like garbage than to leave and find someone that probably can less financially but give them more internally.
There's a lot of us out here like this. All these videos that I'm showing right now is all about how we do not SYSBM. We don't think about ourselves to save ourselves. We're too busy thinking about saving the next person with our money. My homeboy said that he's joining the Passport Bros and going to get a foreign woman. I said, be prepared to take care of her mom, dad, siblings, cousins, pets, best friend, imaginary friend, and whoever else says they need your money. Best of luck. You know why this has been posted and it doesn't need to be explained? Because there are too many dudes that are leaving the United States and Canada and UK and they're actually doing it. You're rescuing whole families. You are rescuing whole families. You call yourself doing it into saving face and feeling good. That fuzzy feeling that you get in your heart when you're saving her family. They all laughing at you when you get back on the plane, including your girl. And if she loses you, the family would be pissed. If she loses you, the family would be pissed.
Good morning, everybody. It is another day and it is another me, and I just woke up, so let us work first. We have a comment. He said, most Filipinas are awesome. Just avoid any woman that asks for money before you've met them in person. 100% correct. It is a big red flag if a woman asks you for money without even meeting them in person. Not unless you are offering it to them, but otherwise, that type of that situation is a no-no. Okay, I know sometimes we trust and believe people right away. Some people have a big heart in that they believe and again trust right away to the person that they met, but try to avoid that situation. Try to be careful and just be aware of what you do online, because nowadays you never know what's going on, what's happening with people's head, not just with Filipinos. Okay, I'm talking about any woman perhaps
be in the building. And DJ Dave
or man per se, because you never know. So yeah, just flags that you might encounter over the process of your of the time being when you're looking for a woman, especially online. So, yes, that's a no-no. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Is it true that Filipina really marry a foreigners for money? So Philippines is still a developing country. It doesn't offer the same benefits for its citizens as America and Australia does. The opportunity of studying or working abroad is a tremendous privilege for Filipinos. So the question is, can we blame the Filipino woman for wanting a better life? As everyone says that Filipino women only marry a foreigner for money, then why do foreigners still want to marry them?
That's a good point. She said, y'all knew when y'all came to my third world country, my developing country, that we ain't have money like that. Let that sink in. Y'all know when y'all went to Thailand, they ain't got money like that. Colombia, Brazil, some parts of Spain and Italy. You knew they ain't have money like that, but you still went over there and you married her anyway. Now, mind you, there are many well-off average people and well-off affluent people in every country in the world. But the ones that y'all like to deal with, you knew that chick was broke. So why you want to be mad when she asks you for money? You met her at 2 o'clock in the morning by the clock tower in Cartagena. And you wonder why she asked you for money. You in Medellin and she ain't never been to college and you wondering why she asked you for money. This woman is absolutely correct.
Well, aside from physical differences from other women, Filipino women have different culture and personality that most foreigners love. While some may say that Filipino women see marriage as nothing but a simple business transaction, perhaps in some cases that is true. Still, some couples do it for love. Genuine relationship rooted from love and friendship exists. It can be hard to believe because of the stereotypes that comes with this kind of relationships. However, true love, they do exist, okay? Lastly, the most important one, don't get a Filipina girlfriend. You're welcome.
What if giving your Filipina wife's allowance? Is that normal? In my opinion and my own belief, giving your wife or partner allowance is completely normal. And I believe that's part of the relationship, give and take. And sometimes when your Filipino wife or partner would not ask you for allowance, often they understand your situation or they know what's going on with your life, and that's part of the reason why they don't ask for allowance. And if you're giving them allowance without them asking you, and for her, she would definitely appreciate you, even though she's not expecting it from you. But the concept of you thinking about her, you would only make her feel so important and would make her feel so valuable. Even giving her something little towards food or shopping. For her, that's something like, wow, my husband really loves me. But if your wife or partner would demand you, manipulate you, or guilt trip you, then that's a different story. Oh, if you don't buy me the latest iPhone or the most expensive purse, that means you don't love me. If a woman will only value you through manipulation and guilt trip tactics, then I would say run away. She will only value you based on material things that you can provide for her rather than the true values that you can offer to her. So for example, when I do a lot of things for my man, such as cleaning, cooking, laundry, and do house chores, often he would offer me money because he sees that I do things for him that he cannot do. And sometimes if I really need money or if I need to ask him some money, often I would approach him like, hey babe, can you give me some money because I need something and I cannot afford it. I would feel guilty and shy to ask him for money. I'm not used to demand money, and if you don't give me money, that means you don't love me. Part of the relationship is giving.
That's your girl in there. That's your girl in there. Andrea, wired the same way. She carries herself like, listen, I am not for sale. Don't ever get it twisted. There are a lot of women around the world that carries themselves and let you know, I don't care what you got, I am not for sale. You got those girls in the States, those ladies in the States that you can get, Chris Brown can get 3,000 women on that tour bus. But there's a bunch of women in the States that's like, I'm not going on that tour bus. I don't care how much he asked me to come on that tour bus. I'm not going on that tour bus. There are women in the States that just, their dignity and their bodies just aren't for sale unless they're interested in somebody, whether it be for one night or for a lifetime. Same thing around the world with women, gentlemen. There are women, I know it's hard to believe with the money in our pocket, there are women that'll tell you, I'm not for sale. Thank you for the meal, but I'm not for sale. And some of us don't realize, and this occurs in other countries. How dare she? Now I've got money my name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. It's duck season and it's rabbit season. To certain women, it doesn't matter. I remember the first time Andrea asked me for some money. Dude, it took her forever to ask me. And it was for a school book for her accounting. She was already in accounting, for working for an accounting firm, but this new software came out and it came along with a booklet. And the booklet was like really expensive. And Andrea had like half the money. And so she was like, oh. Now we're together. We're a couple. Mind you, we're a couple. Do you know her mom had to talk her into asking me, her man? Well, you got a man, girl. Why don't you just let Andre know about the school book? And it was for the career that she was already in. It wasn't like she was trying to go into, it was, like I said, new software for accountants that was coming out in Colombia, and she wanted to be ahead of the curve by being an expert in it before everybody else was, right? So I was like, I said, why you ain't asked me before? No. I'm not, that's not me. What's my point? Dude, there's a lot of women around the world that just, they ain't trying to let you think that they for sale because there's so many women around the world that's for sale. I'll say that again. There are women in this world that aren't for sale and will show you that they aren't for sale because there are so many women around the world that are for sale, such as my brother was saying with the Chris Browns. There are women that are willing to pay $10,000 for a photo with this dude. And there are other women that's like, girl, you crazy. Let's go back to the Filipino women.
And take. When my partner gives me emotional, mental, and physical support, then I would return it in a way that I would do things for him that he cannot do, and that's how we appreciate each other. I mean, back in the day, I used to be a manipulative person. I used to use a lot of guilt-tripping words in order for my partner to do the things I want. I mean, I was never the kind of person that I would demand for money and use guilt-tripping and manipulation. It was more like, I want to control the relationship, which later on in life, I realized that it was completely wrong. And learning about how relationship works and how you can apply it to your life to make or to have a better relationship or healthier relationship, it made me realize that that's how relationship supposed to work.
She realized that before I got with this dude, with other dudes, I was just manipulative. Then she realized, hey, that's not gonna work in the long run. She changed how she carried herself, and now she's with the dude that she's with now. He said a lot of these celebrities are trash. I definitely knew that. Definitely not role models anymore. So true. Right here, this sister is saying, I don't know where she's from. She said, when you get a message saying, go pick up money from Western Union. Sounds like she's in South America or one of the Caribbean islands. But one of you simps have sent her money. Shout out to my man, third gen vet. Shout out to you, third generation vet, meaning that not granddad was in the military, dad was military, third generation military. Shout out to you, brother. You and your family for serving. Appreciate you, bro. And thank you for the $10, bro. And this sister dancing over being able to go to Western Union to pick up some money that you guys have left her.
This man came onto social media.
Now she's talking about, once again, the Philippine, the white dude that brought the Philippine chick to the States.
Media, specifically TikTok, to try to shame his Filipino wife, saying she wanted to divorce him the day she got her green card. Sir, I'm pretty sure you pursued this arrangement. The thing about ditching American women to find love overseas is just that. It has to have love. It only works for both people if love exists. We all know you can't buy love. And I'm not talking about this couple specifically, but in general. But I'm guessing that you wanted a traditional wife in this arrangement. One that cooks, cleans, washes laundry, and pops out kids for you. And expect love. But sir, that's a maid. The way he was talking about.
Was she wrong for that? When I first saw this, I was like, well, wait a minute, girl. You're going a little bit overboard now. But I sat back and I thought about it. Let's be honest, guys. Y'all ready? Let's be honest for a second. If you lead with your money, and you're not led with character. You're not leading with character, even though you may be a man of character. You're not leading with humor, even though you may be a man of sense of humor. But if you're leading with your money in every genre, every time you turn around, I got it, baby. Let me take it. If you're leading with money and she's cooking and you're leading with money, she's sexing and you're leading with money, she's cleaning and you're leading with money, she's right. You just fell in love with your maid. You just pulled an Arnold Schwarzenegger. You having kids with the maid. Shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Shout out to my man Neo in the building. You basically pulled a Schwarzenegger, but you ain't got a wife or girlfriend because you're leading with your money. And here's the part. A lot of us lead with our money so much that we know if we stop, the relationship might stop. If we stop, the relationship might stop. He said, Andre, that sister's from the islands. Oh, is she from the islands? Yeah, I kind of figured that she was either an island girl or somewhere. Shout out to you, Tevin. He said, bro, I remember one stream, one master teacher, shout out to one master teacher, was telling everyone they should lead with their wallet. No, you shouldn't. You should have a wallet when it's time to lead with, but then let's look like this. Let's look at it from this perspective. There are a lot of YouTubers that speak for you single guys. For you guys that want to smash and dash. For you guys that aren't looking for anything serious. From what we've seen out of our brother, one master teacher, at this stage in life, he's not really looking for anything just really serious. Maybe down the line and things like that. Same thing with Austin, just young guys just enjoying life. So yeah, those guys can lead with their money. They can pull their wallets out and lead with their wallet. This channel is called Love Crossing Borders. We assist you with finding love across borders or fall in love with the borders that you cross. That's the beauty of the Passport Bro movement. There's more than one mindset. And for the Austins and the One Master teachers and the other guys that kind of like move and represent the single guys that aren't really looking for anything that's serious yet. You know, we don't know what guys may be thinking down the line. And this is not coming at One Master Teacher or anything, but there are YouTubers that are dedicated for the single guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. Our channel is dedicated to you dudes that's ready that eventually, you want to sit your ass down somewhere. You want to have 1 or 2 girlfriends, maybe 3. You want to have a wife. You may have 1 girl, and you may be serious about that one person. That's what this channel is for. This channel, I kid you not, we purposely, going 6 years in April, we purposely set this channel up for men and women that's ready to sit their ass down somewhere. That's why you never see Andre and I do too many videos that are club and party videos. Why? There are a ton of those videos out there for all you single guys. You don't need us. You don't need us. So when One Master Teacher says, you know, lead with your wallet, for you single guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, that's what you're doing, and you're leading with your money, you throwing it out there, and the ladies are coming your way. Do it, bruh. Do it. I kid you not, do it. When I was single, hey, my money was out there. I was a single dude. Why? I'm single. We going to this hotel room, that hotel room. We going to that swinger spot, that swinger spot. We about to go to this club, doing a party at that club. I'm gonna smash you all night long, girl. You do it. When you're single and you're not looking for anything serious, this channel is dedicated to serious dudes. That either you're serious and you just don't want to be bothered with anybody and you're looking for peace in a country. Some of us just want to go to another country and go fishing. We ain't looking for no woman. We just want to go to another country and not be dealing with the expenses and the madness of back home in our home country. And we just want to go fishing. That's all we want to do. We don't want women come, women go. If we meet somebody cool, if we don't, we still fishing. Some of us just like to enjoy fishing. Other guys, they're looking for solidified relationships. And other guys, they just enjoy the single life. So yeah, if One Master Teacher is telling dudes, hey, lead with your wallet. He's a single dude. He speaks for single men. You know, Austin talks about traveling and meeting women in different locations. Austin never talks about, for the most part, solidified serious relationships. He doesn't talk about, he speaks for the single man. And we have to have diversity in this genre. You know, we've got to have it. But shout out to One Master Teacher. Ake, you better be happy Andre is not on here. See, you misspelled Colombia. 2 O's, no U. He says, coming for Colombian men to get on YouTube and complain about Colombia. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They will do it. For all you guys, so once you guys start to get your Spanish down pat and you start listening to what Colombians and Brazilians have to say about each other, oh, bruh, they talk like we talk. All around the world, it's the same song. All around the world. Shout out to Garfield in the building once again. All around the world, it's the same song. Let me go back to the video. Then we'll come to the comments. Then we'll close out.
How big his house was? That was just so off-putting to me. Bro is like 20 years older than his Filipino wife, but acting 20 years younger than her by holing up in the basement, coming onto social media, and then demanding his wife responds on TikTok. I don't know if he was trying to make a show of it, but to me that was like a tantrum. Anyway, Earl, run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Passport Bro haters, their logic is, you're not going to be able to find a woman to go 50-50 with you in these countries. Like, you think someone in, Philippines or Asia is going to want to go 50-50? And that's not the point. My rent here is, she can, but she doesn't have to. because my rent here is $300 a month.
Thank
She
you.
can literally pursue whatever her passion is and see if that makes money, and there's no pressure on her. Where in America, there's just pressure on both people in the relationship because it's an economics thing. I think a lot of American relationships would get a lot better if every guy made $300,000 a year. And that's kind of like what it is to leave the country. When you leave the country with a US salary, I have a remote US job, it feels like you're making 300K and you carry yourself differently. I think I'm able to have more free time to date. I'm able to provide more for my partner. I'm able to set up a life structure that's really beneficial for both of us.
And he's been, we've been seeing him on TikTok and YouTube and other, interviews for the last couple of years. And he's been with this girl, the same woman for the last couple of years. And he's absolutely correct. I like how he put that. He said, if American men on average made $300,000 a year and were in a position to be able to economically take care of the family, the dynamics of how men are treated in the United States may be a little different. I'm just saying may. But then you got some women in the United States that say, I need a man to make 500,000. 300 is the old 100. Exactly. Austin is 25. He's just a kid. Yep. I'm supposed to have an interview with Austin tomorrow, man. I haven't heard back from him. But he might be sleeping right now. But I got an interview that I got scheduled with Austin that it'll be 9:00 his time in Kenya and 1:00 tomorrow afternoon. So I'll let you guys know if it's going to take place. But he might be sleeping right about now based on the time switch of the time zones. But yeah, let me let the brother continue to rock with it. Shout out to my man Kobe in the building.
And the problem is American women don't have that option. There's not a currency somewhere else where a guy can come to America and instantaneously, 4x his buying power. And I think that's just one of the gripes, and it's just the way it is.
He's absolutely correct. Before we go, gentlemen, before we go anywhere, I'm just going to give you a short list, and I'm going to ramble, of how to save yourself, black man, in these other countries. SYSBM, how do you do this? How do you live the I did a call to action saying this year, 2025, save yourself. Save yourself. Do something for you that's going to make your life better this year, while you're, instead of spending all that money on trying to make other people's lives in other countries better. I'm not saying be there for your girl if that's really your girl. But if that person really doesn't do you any value and she's your girl, brother, in 2025, do yourself a favor. Let it go. But she'll be hurt. She's supposed to be. Guess what? She was hurt when the last dude let her go. I don't know why you think you're going to be the first guy to ever leave her alone. The first guy that realizes that she ain't going to be ish in life and her family ain't going to be ish. I don't know why you think that if you break up with her, you'll be the first guy to tell her, I don't think you're the one for me. How do you think you got her? How do you think that woman in the Philippines that ain't ish, you got her? I'm even talking to the white dude that's been going viral. You want to complain about your Filipino wife that ain't ish. How do you think that you met her? Because every other man knew that came into her life, she wasn't ish, and they didn't put no babies in her, and they didn't marry her. That's how you got to her. Some of y'all guys got to your ain't shit woman because other men knew your woman wasn't shit. Don't think that you would just fell out the sky. No, your woman wasn't shit to every dude, all the local men in Medellin. They didn't fuck with your woman. All the men from other countries, they were like, I will fuck her, but I don't mess with your woman like that. Here you get off the plane and you treat her as if you were the first one to ever meet her. No, bruh, you got to realize how you met her is because all the other dudes said, she cool, she give fire head, but that's all she do. She ain't shit. She can cook a little bit, she a little funny, she rub your back. But other than that, she ain't shit. Some of y'all don't realize everybody prior to your woman, yeah, I'm rambling. Yes, I'm rambling. Everybody prior to your woman knew that your woman wasn't shit. The only person that don't want to admit at this moment in time that the woman that you got in your cell phone, that you've been dating for 2 or 3 years, or that you damn near married, she ain't shit. And she ain't gonna be shit. Now, why you try to pretend like she is? She got 2 or 3 kids, but 2 or 3 Negroes. That's even here in Colombia. That's even here in Brazil. And you think that that's the best, that's the part that pissed me off the most. That if there's anything about the passport bro movement that pisses me off the most, is this. We carry ourselves like that's the best that we can do. Your best woman for many of us in Colombia is worse than your worst bitch in the States. You know, the woman in the States that treated you trashy or tried to use you or seduce. Some of y'all, your best woman that you've ever had in Brazil is worse than your worst bitch in the States. The worst woman that treats you so bad in the States still treated you better than that raggedy ass Colombian that you with just because she pretty. That's all you can say. She pretty. She got good pussy. Then you need to take your ass over there and leave this channel alone. You need to take your ass over there with Austin and go on over there with my brother, one master teacher, and live that single man life. Because at least those brothers are like, listen, I know who these women are. I know what these women are about. And I'm not about to put my emotions into the situation. At least these men are not pretending like this is a quality woman. One master teacher doesn't talk about, yes, I met that quality. And he knows what type of women he deals with and he doesn't deal with. Same thing with Austin and other YouTubers. You need to take your ass over there and be with the single-minded men. At least these dudes are letting you know, don't take them too serious. Don't take the ladies too serious. But y'all come over here on Love Crossing Borders where people talk about serious relationships and you think that your woman quality. No, that bitch is the bitch that one master teacher in Austin will be fucking. I'm serious. 2025, do yourself one favor. You've been alive 43 years. Give yourself 1 year. Give yourself that between 33 to 34th year. You've been alive, what, 51 years? Give yourself, in 2025, give yourself between 51 to 52. I mean, give that year to you. You've raised the kids, you've taken care of mom, or you still take care of mom and dad, whatever you do. But in the grand scheme of things, save yourself, black man, for 1 year and see where your life goes. See what happens to your life and the people that you meet and the quality of people that you meet around the world. When a chick comes into your life, you automatically assume, is there any true benefit of this person being in my life? Am I saving them or am I saving me? If you're saving them more than they're saving you, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a major disservice. My brother says, even Kevin Samuels agreed that men should lead with their money. I remember KS used to say that. Women lead with beauty and fertility, and men should absolutely lead with being good providers. I like how you worded that. But obviously, both will have to be able to, absolutely. See, when the woman fulfills her true obligation, like you just described, and it makes you comfortable enough to fulfill your true obligation. But the one thing that Kevin has always emphasized on to the ladies, there are certain character traits that you got to bring to the table too. You can't just bring beauty and booty and fertility and think, okay, I'm gonna just open my wallets up. Yeah, a man should lead with his wallet, but with a quality woman that deserves that man to lead with his wallet. I remember Kevin said that as far as, leading with your wallet. But I'm like, hell no, I'm about to lead with my wallet for everybody. Realize there's a lot that Kevin said I didn't agree with. I'd have been told y'all to leave them heifers in the states alone. Kevin had let's say this. Let's say Kevin had in his show, let's say he had about 700 to 1,000 women called into his show between YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Let's say he had 1,000 people. 1,000 women in that 2 to 3 year window called Kevin, right? Most of them wasn't worth the conversation, cameras off. They were just good for conversation for the views. Some of us would just watch Kevin because let's see how he dismantled this chick. They weren't like, oh man, this is a good one. This is a catch right here. Every once in a while, a woman would call Kevin's show that was a catch. Most of them bonnet wearing chicks weren't worth conversation off camera. Kevin wouldn't talk to those chicks in real life. If he walked into them, if he saw them in a Walmart, he wouldn't waste his time. He just did what he had to do for views. So at the end of the day, guys, we have to be the quality men that we are, but we have to get in the habit of letting quality people into our lives, especially in other countries. A lot of dudes got drugged because they let a bitch that was not quality into their Airbnb. A lot of women, a lot of dudes got drugged. There are dudes in the morgue in Medellin. Just think about it. Tonight, there are men, black men, Asian men, unclaimed bodies, foreigners, unclaimed in the morgue in Medellin because you did not SYSBM. You were at the club and you let an ain't shit bitch into your Airbnb, and now you in a fucking morgue. You ain't think about your 2 kids you got back home. You ain't think about your mom still being alive or your dad. You ain't think about none of them. All you thought about was when you was drunk at the club, you saw something sexy. Oh, she got a friend. You brought her back to your Airbnb, and now your happy ass in the morgue in Medellin, laying right next to another body of another ignorant motherfucker that got caught up in Medellin. Or caught up even here in Cali. SYSBM really does work when we as black men and white men and Asian men put in the work. And so that's what my call to order is. Shout out to Will. That's what my call of order is for us, or call to action. It's for just one year. Just 1 year, just focus on you. Just 1 year. The bitches that ain't shit, get them out your phone. I've been with her for 3 years. Get that no good bitch out your phone. It ain't your first time you left a female. This is part that gets me. Like I said before, it ain't the first time you broke up with a female. It ain't gonna be your last time. Get that bitch out your phone. But she sucked good dick. And oh my God, I need y'all to stop acting like Venezuelan bitches invented sucking dick. I'm tired of y'all acting like Colombian bitches or Brazilian bitches or Asian bitches invented sucking dick. Nobody, the bitches ain't invented this shit. Stop acting like it was the first time. I'm tired of y'all acting like this the first time y'all done put y'all dick in some wet coochie. You was putting your dick in some wet coochie in the States. But this a foreign chick. She's so beautiful. I swear, some of y'all are not made for this passport bro movement. I swear. Just because I'm learning this as time goes on. Everybody is not made to have a fucking passport. Some dudes need to keep their ass home. Like Eminem once said in one of his raps, he said, close that cell and be happy as jail. You need to close that cell and be happy as jail. He said, I always ask brothers if Kevin Samuels ever listened to, I always ask if brothers actually listen to Kevin Samuels. Shake my head. Leading with your wallet. I remember the episode. Doesn't mean you have to spend it. Boom. It was about showing what you could produce consistently. That's a great point. That is a great point. Shout out to you, brother Growth. Kofa. Appreciate you, brother. Act like you had some pussy before. You sound like Andrea. Andrea always says this. She said, man, I cannot. She said, and I've said this throughout the years. She always says, she said, I do not understand why foreign men come down here and act like they've never had sex before. Yeah, I go back to the States, running off at the mouth about what took. Oh my God, I went to DR. Like y'all never had sex before. But I'm one of those to each his own type of dudes. So I'm not coming at anybody, but I am coming at us as men, especially black men. Just do yourself a favor this year. Whatever goal that you had last year that didn't get accomplished, whether it was I want to lose that extra 10 pounds, or I want to start eating healthier, or I wanted to travel to a different country instead of the country I normally go to. Dude, save yourself in 2025. Dave says this. Shout out to Dave. He said, Andre, honestly, some of these dudes can't handle South America, period. They can't. Dude, I've seen so many dudes crash out. I hear the brothers in Cartagena talk about that too. How so many dudes in Cartagena are crashing the hell out. They cannot handle pay. Some of you dudes are like me. You may have had in your lifetime maybe one or two prostitute moments in the state. But you ain't no pro when it comes to pay for play in the States. I'm gonna say that again. Most of us, I'll put it like this. Most of us are not professionals when it comes to pay for play while in the States. We don't know a damn thing about pay for play for real. Got us a passport and went to DR and crashed the out. Crash out. Overspending, overpaying. Your whole trip, you smash everything. I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad at you. But you don't know what you doing when it comes to the pay for play game. I don't know. If I was single, I don't know. Why? I wasn't living that life in the States. So now y'all want to go to other countries and act like you just a professional in the pay for play game. Like you always been. I've been in the pay for play game since I was 15. No, you ain't. Not most of us. You don't know a damn thing about pay for play. And that's why y'all crash out in Cartagena, and you crash out in Medellin, and you crash out in Brazil. You end up in a morgue in Medellin because you ain't know think you was doing? Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny. Yeah. Laugh on, brothers. Laugh on. Some of y'all do not need to have a damn passport. I swear, y'all make the passport. And then these YouTubers be having a ball. Shout out to Chaos, my brother. Make sure you guys check out Chaos. He probably have a show after this. YouTubers, male and female, love criticizing men with passports. Why? Because so many of us crash the fuck out. It's content year round. Every time you think the passport bro movement or the expat movement or the Black Manosphere movement is about to have some good coverage, positive moments, here come another one of you motherfuckers like the white dude with the Philippine crashing the fuck out. And then you make all the rest of us look bad. Getting on TikTok, you in the basement. I got a 3-story house and she just doing me so wrong. What the hell? So it's like, man, listen. She gonna crash out. She gonna crash out. You gonna crash out. You need to go ahead and stay crash out in the States. And I mean that. Some dudes need to crash out in the States. Yeah, he's in Kenya right now. That's right. Austin is now saying that Kenya is the place to be for men now. Yeah. Of course he'll say that. You know, he's enjoying his life there. Like, hey, I need to come out and check out Kenya. You know, one of the reasons to go check out Kenya in any parts of Africa, because most of us aren't out there. So you ain't got to deal with a bunch of tourists or competition. You could be the one of few brothers that's out there. You know? Yeah, I'm glad for him. I'm glad for him. And that's the beauty of the movement. All of us aren't clustered in one or two areas. We're global. And so many of us can share our expat stories from around the world and encourage guys. Yeah. But let me let you gentlemen go for the evening. Shout out to all you guys that have been hanging out with your boy throughout the night. I tried to make this one under 3 hours. This is another 4-hour live stream. Wah, wah. I'm hungry. I might go grab something to snack on. Shout out to all you guys that subscribe to the channel, support the Patreon, support the live stream by super chats and cash apps and things like that. And let's go to the video, the outro videos. Let's go to the outro. Let's do some cowgirls. Let's do a classic one first.